What's that word? What's that word that you heard on the curb game? What's that word? What's that word? What's that word, gang? What's that word that you heard on the curb, man? What we got going on? Well, after I saw what I saw yesterday with the Carmelo Anthony case, I just I kind of felt in my head after I seen that yesterday when we was talking about that. After I seen that, I said, yeah, it's gonna be a wrap for him. Yeah, after the judge heard the backtrack of them, of both parties, denied. And Austin ain't here to fight for himself. That's crazy work, gang. Crazy work in the Carmelo Anthony trial. No retrial. Mm, mm, mm. Well, man, that joker background, bro. I'm telling you, that joker background. That's what they did it when they looked at it. They looked at that background and reviewed all that. They said, "Oh no, keep him locked up. Keep this nigga locked up." We're gonna go back and what they played yesterday. We're gonna go back to Stop Sit broke it down yesterday. We're gonna go back and play that, but first we're gonna play what the judge said. Get the lights up for me, gang. Salute to everybody in the building though. For real. We in here. Hold on, gang. Let me make sure we good. I. We should be. Oh no. We ain't good. My bad. Okay. We should be in the building now. Alright, bet. Let's go. Let's see what's up with it. Let's see what's up with it. Let's see what the judge them had to say. Then we're gonna dive into what they put out about them yesterday and see if that played a role. And then we're gonna get into Nolan Will. What's up, unknown? Well, salute to everybody in the building, man. No cap. That ain't y'all piloting this bad boy. Hey, what's up, Savage? What's up, unknown, man? We just chilling, late night vibing, surviving, huh? That's what I'm talking about. Salute, A Love. Salute to A Love in the building. Salute to A Love. Salute, gang. Let's get into what the judge had to say, what court had to say, what this Carmelo Anthony thing. Then we're gonna get into some more these other news, gang. Let's go, gang.
Breaking news to bring you as Karmelo Anthony has lost his bid for a new trial. This post coming from Fox News just moments ago. Breaking, a judge denies motion for a new trial for Karmelo Anthony. And we also have this coming from Fox News, breaking it all down as a Texas judge denied Karmelo Anthony a new trial on Saturday after his attorneys argued that courtroom restrictions, hearings held without Anthony present, and the handling of unwritten agreement between his former lawyers and prosecutors violated his rights. You can see this post on your screen coming from Fox News. Just in, Karmelo Anthony loses his bid for a new trial, keeping his murder conviction and 35-year prison sentence in place. A Texas judge...
Do y'all think what they put out yesterday about both of these boys' background played a role in them not letting him get a retrial? I said yesterday, man, this ain't looking good. We just talked about this yesterday. We talked about this. So somebody said, no, I don't think that played a role. So you don't think that played a role? Okay. He said, nah, that didn't play a role, gang. It was what it was. And you know what? Did they take the other judge off the stand for no reason? Then? So can we say they took the other judge off the stand for no reason? Remember they were saying it was the judge and they took the judge out the trial? Do y'all remember that? This is crazy work, gang. Let's go. Get the lights up, gang.
rejects the 19-year-old's challenge after 2 days of testimony over courtroom restrictions, hearings held without Anthony present, and a disputed unwritten agreement between his former lawyers and prosecutors. Anthony was convicted in June of stabbing and killing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf during an altercation at a Frisco track meet. His legal fight now moves forward on direct appeal. So to go more in depth on this, retired district judge Michael Chitty denied Anthony's request after reviewing that motion, court record, evidence and arguments, briefs, and relevant case law that was according to his order. Now, the order did not detail his reasoning for that decision, but that decision leaves Anthony's murder conviction and
Hold on, somebody said if he won a retrial, the new evidence would have been submitted, which would have been even worse for him. Ooh, you right. You know what? 5527, you own to something. You right. If they would have submitted that into the new trial, if they would have had a new trial, ooh, man, we're gonna go through the if they would have submitted what we found out yesterday. I know a lot of y'all wasn't over here yesterday. I know it always be new people every time I go live. So we'll go through what they put out yesterday and see if they would have submitted that in trial. Oh my God. Life would have. Hey, salute to everybody in the building though, man. No cap. Let's go.
35-year prison
We finna jump
sentence
into
in
it.
place. His challenge will continue on direct appeal. Chitty heard 2 days of testimony in McKinney, Texas, after the judge was removed from, the former judge was removed who presided over Anthony's murder trial, Judge John Roach, from the remaining trial court proceedings earlier this week. That judge had found that a reasonable outside observer could question whether Roach appeared impartial after he had publicly said that the jury got it right and defended several of his trial decisions. Now, at the center of
the judge that stepped down, he said they got it right. They made the right decision. What the hell are y'all talking about? They made the right decision.
hearing was an oral agreement between Anthony's original defense attorneys and prosecutors to keep potentially damaging character evidence involving both sides from reaching the jury. Former lead defense attorney Mike Howard had testified that he understood the agreement to allow Anthony to testify if he stayed focused on the confrontation under the tent at the Frisco track meet. On the final day of the trial, which was yesterday, prosecutors told the defense that the agreement would not apply if Anthony took to the stand and that the defense had opened the door to character evidence. Howard had said that dispute led to a heated break in the proceedings and made Anthony unwilling to testify. So once again, that latest breaking news coming in today is that Karmelo Anthony has lost his bid for a new trial.
He lost his bid. Has lost your bid in a new trial. Let's go to what if they would have presented these evidence in court, they were saying, gang. Let's go to this right quick. Let's go to this. Boy, if they would have presented this right here in court, man, you would have been cooked, gang. Hold up. Let's go to it right quick. If they had presented this for Karmelo, oh my God. I see why they left it out. Some people will ask, I watched some bloggers and they was like, why didn't they bring up their backgrounds in court? Why this didn't happen? Why that didn't happen? Bro, if they would have brought some of this stuff up in court, oh man. Get the lights up, guys. Get the lights up for me. Hold on. I got it. I had it right here. Hold on. It's inside my little tab. Okay. Here we go. Get the lights up for me, gang. Here you go. Now, if they would have showed this, oh man, Karmelo Anthony, both, even if, well, see, it still wasn't gonna hurt. It wasn't gonna hurt Austin though. It only was gonna hurt. It only was gonna hurt Karmelo, the background. Let's go. Let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, welcome back to the Officer Tatum.
Let's go. Let's jump right into it.
Bold than ever before. All Americans at the end of the day, we should love one
Alright,
another. We should be
alright,
focused
alright,
on
fam.
what's
That's
right
enough
for our
now.
country.
That's enough, fam. Let's go.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I'm excited about this show. This is my favorite show before we go for the weekend. I hope that
Hold
yourself
up.
up the wrong tree. There is a lawsuit and a pursuit of a lawsuit against him for defamation against Warren, Jax, and Morgan. And I don't want to hear none of y'all say
let's jump into all this.
Asking questions.
Let's go,
they
gang.
have put out false information with
Y'all finna see the Karmelo Anthony
young boys. And let me tell you
evidence.
this, and I want everybody to be very clear about this. The days of hoodwinking, the days of bludgeoning white people, accusing them of things they didn't do, leveraging the power of the civil rights movement against innocent people, those days are over. They're over for everybody. I don't care if you black or white or indifferent. If you're going to come out and accuse people based on the color of their skin, your days are numbered. Here it goes. We have the lawsuit.
Hold up, wait.
Lawsuit. I don't know if we have it ready.
Oh, this is about when
How many pages is it, Grant? 19 pages. It's 19 pages.
Well, since this first, this is about that when they suing Al Sharpton game. We played this yesterday, but after this, we're gonna get into
I'm not gonna read all the 19 pages. I'm gonna give you.
We're gonna get into what they got, the evidence they had against Karmelo Anthony and Austin them. I'm talking about their backgrounds. What that dude said on Gridiron Gang, you gotta get along with people from different backgrounds. All right, let's go. Let's get into it.
Give you a summation.
They are suing Al Sharpton though.
Link for them to actually go and look at all 19 pages.
They are suing Al Sharpton.
How to do that appropriately. By the end of the live stream, we should have a link for you. If you want to go look at the entire document as it is, Sarah Fields, I don't know if you follow her or not, she actually had the initial leak of this, and we have it here for you. We did a summation of it so you don't have to read all that stuff. But if you want to go read it and verify what we're saying, we'll find a way to present it either through Sarah Fields' link or we'll do a link on our Substack so we can have it all there for you. Let's get to the bottom of it. They're threatening the lawyers. Tyler Cox is threatening to sue Benjamin Crump, but Al Sharpton. I hope Benjamin Crump is next. But here's some of the synopsis of what it entails, and we put it in a pretty little document for you. And it says, and this is quote, unless you comply with the demands set forth in this letter, we will imminently be filing suit against you. Public apology, written retraction is what they're asking for. Delete or correction the disputed statements and preserve evidence for litigation. Next slide. And the defamation claims are centered around, and this is some of the claims are centered around a cell phone. And here's the controversy. This is what is quoted in the document. It says that you lied about where or whether or not you had the cell phone and the keys, and three, everything's erased from the cell phone. And so the allegation is that Al Sharpton had made lies and claims against the boys that they.
How many people think it's right?
That they hid the keys.
Hey, how many people think it's right or wrong for Al Sharpton to step in and help the family out? How many people think it's just a money grab for Al Sharpton and Ben Crump them? Y'all let me know, gang, in the chat. Do y'all think this all a money grab or no, they really trying to help the parents? Because y'all remember, the parents said in the interview, they said, the mama said out of her own mouth, she said Ben Crump did not contact them. They contacted Ben Crump. Let's just get that out the way. That's what she said, not gang. But what y'all think? Let's go.
Erased from the cell phone. The letter says that Sharpton implied a cover-up.
Somebody, hold up. Somebody say it's a money grab.
Pointed directly at Warren.
Somebody say always a money grab. Hey, somebody say F Sharpton. They say Savage. If you thinking what I'm thinking right now, nigga, F Sharpton. We got bigger fish to fry. F Sharpton. Oh, okay. Get the lights up though. Shout out to Sharpton, man. Let's go.
Warren, Jackson, Morgan. They said that the claim suggested crimes like evidence tampering or worse. Next clip. The letter says that they never touched the cell phone. And in the letter,
Here are the things that they're contesting that Al Sharpton said, and here are the claims that were made. They did not possess, access, breach, erase, or tamper with Nolan Wells' cell phone. They did not lie about the phone or keys, did come forward and contact family, Coast Guard, and law enforcement. Next slide. And here's another element of what was lied about by Al Sharpton, because according to the document in the suit, they're saying that it was not just 3 boys with Nolan alone. That was a lie. There was 30 people traveling together on 3 boats. The letter says that Nolan was not on the same boat as Warren, Jax, or Morgan going out to the island. It claims roughly 2,000 people were on Horn Island that day, and in quote, at no time were they alone with Nolan.
Salute, Florida.
Also,
what you got going, gang?
Here's
Salute.
some other timeline issues that I think that Al Sharpton clearly got wrong. I believe it was intentional, that Nolan stayed behind. They tried to act as if this was a lie. The team and the attorneys for the boys are making their definitive claim. Anything outside of this definitive claim is defaming or defamation towards them. Warren has made a statement on my interview, and he's also made an official statement through his lawyers that at 3 p.m., Warren says that he saw Nolan alive and well. That was the last time he saw Nolan with his physical eyes. At 4:28, 27 people departed without Nolan.
Short to make stories up,
chose Maine
race
with
hustle.
a young woman at the island, which is verified.
So y'all saying Sharpton, man, that joker there, they just a race hustle for Sharpton. Okay.
Through text messages, verified through other people who all bear witness to them telling Nolan to get on the boat, and he never did. Here's a statement from them. Go back at the very bottom of this. It says Nolan chose of his own free will and accord to stay on the island and return home later. All right, next slide. This is Warren's call. This is that Warren had called Nolan's mother and Coast Guard, and here's the evidence of it. Some
Greg say Javon said they left at 4.
Failed OnlyFans.
So what you saying, Greg?
I think she's stripping on trailer fans, because she is literally trailer trash, going out in line, and then she made a video about my video editor or my YouTube manager, and said that we made it up because we didn't put the Coast Guard's number. We didn't want, when this thing was going viral, for the Coast Guard to get bombarded with messages and phone calls and everything, and we didn't want that. So we showed the message, or at least the indication of the call. We just blurred the number out. I feel like that's fair and reasonable. I attest to the fact that I saw it. Law enforcement has evidence of this.
Greg say somebody ain't telling the truth.
For anybody to lie about it. When you look at this picture that we have pictured at the bottom corner, that is AI. When we had the AI put it into this graph, for some reason it blew up the numbers. But those are the exact numbers. So don't even worry about it. Just know that that's what it is. Because somebody going to say, look, that number is AI. Well, yeah, the AI for some reason decided to blow that number up when it put it into this graphic. But anyway, here is phone calls, phone records of a timeline. It says at 11:07 p.m., Warren called Christine Wells. At 11:13, he called the Coast Guard. At 12:25, spoke with the Coast Guard again, this is Warren. And at 1 a.m., Christine called Warren. Sheriff's Department contact followed. So Christine called Warren at 1 a.m. Sheriff's Department contact followed. So that means that he then contacted the Sheriff's Department, the Sheriff's Department was contacted after the phone call with Christine and Warren at 1 a.m. It says to count 2 calls to Christine and 2 times speaking to the Coast Guard. All right, let's go to Al Sharpton intent to sue letter. Okay, this is just the meat and potatoes of what this is all about. This is the lawyers that are representing Warren, Jax, and Morgan. Okay, this is the most important part of it. You can read the rest on your own if you so desire. It says the letter threatens, and this is our synopsis of the letter, so you don't have to read it if you don't want to. It says the letter threatens a defamation suit against Al Sharpton. It says that Sharpton falsely implied that Warren, Jax, and Morgan were involved. The dispute centered on Nolan's phone, keys, and alleged deleted data. The letter claims that 3 young men never touched or accessed Nolan's phone. It says that Nolan stayed on Horn Island by choice when the larger group left. The letter says Warren contacted Nolan's mother, the Coast Guard, and law enforcement that night. It claims a large group went to the island and that thousands of people were there present, and it wasn't just a few people. The demand is an apology, a retraction, delete statements, and preserve evidence. So if you haven't watched it or you haven't looked at it, here's the summation of it. A link to Sarah Field's image of the letter is up on our Substack. So we put the link to the Substack in the description section. You click that, and we'll give you a quick synopsis
Sparkles?
again, just in case you want to share it, and then we'll link it to the actual
They
documentation.
going to jail.
All right. Moving forward, before we get there, I want to tell you guys about Synergy. If you're looking for an energy
All
drink
right.
that is natural and a sleep supplement that is also
Nolan
natural
got hooked
and
up.
conducive
Now he
for a
doesn't have
healthier lifestyle, this is where you want to go. Look at our reviews. You can go and check and see what people are saying. People are
I don't know
saying
why
that the
you be
energy
coming
drink
over
and the
here
night
trolling
drink
me like
combined
that.
has changed their lives forever. There's a money back guarantee. If it does not work for you, send it back. We'll give you money back. All right. This is the craziest thing that I've seen all week. The new development to the public, because the defense and prosecution already had this information, but the new development to the public about
Here we
behaviors
go.
and character.
Now we getting into Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf background, gang. Get the lights up, gang. Let's go. I know some of y'all saw it, some of y'all ain't. Let's go.
Within Austin Metcalf and Karmelo Anthony.
If they would have
Ladies and
presented,
gentlemen,
if they would have presented this in court earlier, it would have been a wrap for him. I ain't gonna care. I see why they never presented it in court. I see why they never brought this up, even though both parties knew about those backgrounds. Nam party brought Nam background up. Let's go. Get the lights up though.
it is shocking.
We're gonna get into some more Nolan Well
It is-
news after this game. We're gonna get into some more Nolan Well talk after this. Wait. Let's get into this though.
Shocking. And it's also slightly disgusting because both of these young
They did
boys
all this
seem
for
to be
nothing.
terrible role models and examples of what young men should be.
Look
Terrible.
what they did for
I know
Karmelo
that at
Anthony.
young age, you
Day
have
before
things
yesterday,
that go
guy.
on.
I
know
mean,
a lot of us
yesterday.
did crazy stuff when we were growing up, and if we had cell phones,
Day
all
before
of us
yesterday,
be
one of
in
them.
trouble.
Let's go.
However, none of what I have ever done, in part, for the most part, has escalated to this point. I have never said or did anything overtly racist like
Wait.
Austin Metcalf has done. Him and his brother. I've never
Both
bullied
of
anybody.
them. Now y'all see he
I've
went.
never brought a gun to a school
He brought both of them
like
up now.
Carmelo Anthony has, and threatened to kill people and all that, shoot up the school and all this old crazy stuff. Both of these
Y'all
boys
see
are
what
wrong.
he
Both of these boys were terrible.
You
But
heard
I
what he
will
said?
Explain to you
Wait.
why.
Wait. You heard what Stop Six said now? A lot of people be on his neck. I be on his neck sometime too. But overall, I mess with Stop Six. But look. You see what he said? Let's go back.
About behaviors and character within Austin Metcalf and Karmelo Anthony. Ladies and gentlemen, it is shocking. It is shocking. And it's also slightly disgusting because both of these young boys seem to be terrible role models and examples of what young men should be. Terrible. I know that at a young age, you have things that go on. I know a lot of us did crazy stuff when we were growing up. And if we had cell phones, all of us would be in trouble. However, none of what I've ever done, in part, for the most part, has escalated to this point. I have never said or did anything overtly racist like Austin Metcalf has done, him and his brother. I've never bullied anybody. And I've never brought a gun to a school like Carmelo Anthony has and threatened to kill people and all that, up the school and all this old crazy stuff. Both of these boys are wrong. Both of these boys were terrible. But I will explain to you why only one of them has to be concerned about their behavior when it comes to the court of law, when it comes to a trial, and when it comes to sentencing. Let's start out with the shameful things and the ignorant and embarrassing things that Austin Metcalf represented. Roll the clip.
There were chants and cheers outside the Collin County Courthouse this evening when the hearing over whether Carmelo Anthony should get a new trial wrapped up its first day. a day when evidence was presented showing Austin Metcalf's disturbing record of fights, bullying, and racist behavior.
Time out. Let's put this in perspective. This is where the rubber hits the road. Will you see people
Salute to everybody
that
here,
support
man.
Austin Metcalf post or talk about Austin Metcalf's poor behavior? Will you see it? And also the people that support Karmelo Anthony, will you see any of them post or talk about Karmelo Anthony's poor behavior? That is the litmus test for people who are genuine and authentic in these cases. And that's why you guys follow me, because I'm going to show it all. Roll it.
Karmelo Anthony was dressed in a suit and tie for this morning's hearing, which began with the defense arguing that efforts by the trial judge and prosecutors to combat threats and deal with disruptions actually prevented Anthony from getting an open and fair trial. But bombshell testimony came this afternoon from Anthony's trial attorney, Mike Howard, about Austin Metcalf's background report that was never presented to the jury. CBS News Texas has also learned new details about Austin Metcalf's background. Metcalf and his brother Hunter were once caught spray painting graffiti, including KKK Kill All Blacks and Heil Hitler, along with the N-word.
What?
Sentenced to 12 months of juvenile probation.
KKK.
Records reveal they were...
Say they were dying with the KKK. Okay. Said they was dying with KKK. I almost thought they was saying KTA. I thought they were dying Fulio them just then. I thought they were saying KTA. I thought them boys were dying with KTA just then. Kill them all. That's what KTA mean, don't it? Don't Fulio game mean kill them all? In GTA? Let me start saying that word. My bad, YouTube. I'm talking about the skit. YouTube. Let's go.
They reportedly told authorities, "We did some dumb stuff. We did some vandalism." There are several documented instances of Austin using racial slurs in school. And in 2023, Austin was accused of bullying a black student in class. In 2018, while still in elementary school, Austin and his brother were accused of bullying and assaulting a female, which led to his arrest. During an argument in 2024 with another female student, Austin allegedly knocked her to the ground and punched her in the stomach. He was also kicked out of a football game and texted someone later, "I was about to beat the expletive out of those kids." At a previous track meet, when another student alerted Austin that someone not on their team, quote, "behind our bench was talking wild," Austin reportedly replied, "Kill that MF." During the 2023-2024 school year, he received in-school suspension twice. School disciplinary records from April 2022 to May 2024 reveal that Austin reportedly called a teacher the B word and used profanity. He told a school official that he couldn't control it and wasn't aware that it was coming out of his mouth. In 2024, on at least 5 occasions, Austin saw a counselor regarding his anger and rage during a football game. In 2021, he got banned from attending basketball games for a season after yelling profanity at a player. Metcalf also got suspended after he and another student were talking about bringing a gun to school the following day.
Now, like I said at the very beginning, I have no dog in this fight. I don't know none of these kids or their families or anything. When I got this information about the way that Austin Metcalf was acting, it is just shameful for Austin Metcalf to be behaving that way. And it speaks to his parenting, that his parents failed him in part by not raising a young man that would not have a history of a crazy, somewhat criminal behavior. It is a shame. It is terrible. And I wish that you had Austin Metcalf on here while I was saying this. Joe. Can you switch it to
Somebody, hold up.
But the never before...
Somebody said he shouldn't have had a knife. How many people, what y'all think Karmelo Anthony had that knife for at school, gang? Y'all let me know in the chat. Why do y'all think Karmelo Anthony had a knife at school, especially on school campus? Just let me know in the chat, gang, what y'all thought about it.
Lord,
why did he have that knife with him?
I'm saying that.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, gang. The school I went to, it was zero tolerance for stuff like that. You couldn't bring no knives or no guns or nothing like that to school. You couldn't do. I'm telling you, it was zero tolerance. You couldn't even bring it like to the game. I'm talking about to the game, not. I'm talking about no football game, no basketball game. They wouldn't allow none of that. So it's just crazy. I know a lot of schools didn't allow weapons at school. I'm just gonna be honest, gang.
Explain this. While I'm talking about Austin Metcalf and I'm saying these things about him, it would be good to have a picture of him. So I'm talking about him because I have Carmelo Anthony and I'm talking about Austin Metcalf and I'm bashing. It's a mix up. So okay, we're live, so I can't undo that. But what I can do is just explain it. Austin Metcalf was wrong. I want this to be clear. Austin Metcalf was a terrible young man growing up. I don't know what he was at the end of his life, but it does seem like he was a troubled young man making terribly poor decisions. He seemed to be a violent young man with a terrible attitude.
Somebody said, hold up.
Captured.
Hey, salute,
from
Mike.
what has been presented
Mike
about.
said, nigga, he was absolutely zero tolerance, not even a slingshot. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to everybody in here. For real, Mike, we couldn't have nothing at school like that, boy. Nothing. It was zero tolerance.
Austin Metcalf.
No
Now,
cap.
does that mean he deserved to die? No, that's up to God to decide who deserves to die or not. But I'm going to get to the criminal element of this after we talk about Carmelo Anthony. Because Carmelo Anthony it's actually worse. When I heard what happened to Austin Metcalf, I said, oh, that kid is terrible. Carmelo Anthony, I didn't think he was really that bad. I thought he was an ignorant young boy with hatred in his mind. And
hold up, somebody said my school had see-through book bags. Boy, imagine that. I ain't gonna cap. I'm gonna be honest. My school didn't have see-through book bags. We didn't have that. I'm gonna be honest. If they would have saw through my book bag and what I had in my book bag, man, nigga, I'm talking about, nigga. It wasn't no books and then nothing but candy, cigarette. I mean, cigarettes, man, guards, whatever you need. I had it. When I was this was high school now. This wasn't no damn, man. You see through my book bags before I walk in that motherfucker. Nigga, I'm selling Reese's, sneakers. Nigga, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. My bad. We going off topic. Let go.
Decision to kill Austin Metcalf on that day, not realizing that he was worse. He don't look to me like he did none of this stuff that I'm about to show you. Roll the clip.
But the never-before-released details of Anthony's early years in Louisiana, up to the day of his arrest for murder, are also disturbing. On the day that Carmelo Anthony would fatally stab Austin Metcalf, prosecutors say he sent this text message at 1 a.m., which said, quote, "I'm low-key on the verge," and then emphasized it. Later in the morning, on April 2nd, 2025, and hours before Anthony would kill Metcalf with a knife at a high school track meet, prosecutors say Anthony's girlfriend reported to a Centennial High School staff member that Anthony was engaging in stalking behavior, to include but not limited to driving by.
Somebody said Carmelo Anthony did not get jumped. Put in the chat if y'all think they tried to jump Carmelo Anthony. Put it in the chat. Put a yes and put a no. Let's go, gang.
Her home and refusing to allow her to end their relationship. Also, in the 75-page filing, prosecutors say Anthony had previously been accused of stealing his girlfriend's phone, and in October 2024, wrote a to-do list for his girlfriend about how to deal with, quote, weirdos, which included the line, "Say some slick, like my boyfriend kill people." There were also text messages where he admits on at least.
Hey, hold up. James said, hold up. James said, shit, nigga. I mean, if you surround me, well, I'm swinging first. If you this is what James feel like. He felt like they had surrounded Carmelo. He's guilty. He didn't get jumped. Yes. Okay. I see what y'all saying. Okay. So. But listen, y'all, this is the question I asked yesterday. I know y'all wasn't here. I know it's always a new chat. Listen though, what? Not a full new chat, but I know a lot of y'all knew. But listen though, gang. Do y'all think Eddie is wrong? Why in the hell Eddie did not tell them? No. This my homeboy. This my homeboy right here. I told him to come over here. What? Why in the hell Eddie did him like that? Was Eddie his real friend or what? Or was Eddie just?
Girls in the face.
I turned to Michael Jackson. Eddie, are you okay? Are you okay? Eddie, are you okay? Yeah. It's Eddie, you okay?
2021 between Anthony and another student about robbing someone of $300. There were also text messages where Anthony talks about a fight and punching someone so hard he had to stop fighting. In 2023, prosecutors say Anthony told a friend he was going to vandalize someone's house in Austin, saying, quote, "I just feel like I got a grudge." In 2021, Anthony told a friend he had been suspended from school for 3 days for fighting, saying, quote, "They said next time I do some, I get recommended for expulsion." In a text conversation with a friend in 2023, prosecutors have messages from Anthony where he wrote, "I'ma shoot the school up tomorrow with my blick," but later sends messages saying, "I would never actually do that." In a 2024 text thread, prosecutors say Anthony admitted to carrying a firearm, telling a friend before a party that he would have the gun in his pocket. There are other message threads where Anthony also mentions carrying a gun.
If you thought that was bad, it gets worse.
Man, if they would have presented this,
I had got in trouble when I was young. I got in trouble in high school. I got kicked out of school, and I'm gonna talk about that.
How many people put in my chat real quick? How many people got in trouble in school when they was younger? Ain't talking about damn no BS. I'm talking about some real deal life junk. How many people got in trouble? I'm talking about nigga. Almost headed to a turner school or got sent to a turner school. Y'all know what a turner school is, right? I got suspended for bringing a blick. Oh, that boy had that thing on. That boy had that thing on. That boy felt like Boosie. Walking to school with a two who want beef with me. Okay, that boy felt just like Boosie. Okay. Shout out to Evil, man. I see why your name Evil. Yeah, you weren't playing around. But that boy doing the Ray, what Ray said, what James Fox said on Ray, they do not mess around. They do not mess around. All right, okay. It's throwing a chair at the teacher bad. Heck yeah. I know you went to a turner school. You threw a chair at a fam? Oh, you weren't bullshit. You was Oh, y'all weren't bullshit in the chat. Okay. Yeah, still want a chair. Let's get back to that, y'all. My bad. We get off topic. My fault. Somebody said they threw a whole chair there. God dang. Well, damn. Hook. Smash.
We'll give both of these boys a little bit of leeway.
Let's go.
And I'm going to talk about how this affects the trial or not. We got one more, and it gets worse for Karmelo and
y'all get me to 100 likes, gang. Y'all turn me up for me.
Suspensions for fighting
hit the super chat, hit the gifts for me. Donate to the platform. We in here.
After he moved to Frisco.
Man, sad
in one
tonight.
Message thread, she suggests he should sit for a while, and he replied, "Yeah, and punch people, maybe run sometimes. I have to. It's like a priority for me. I like punching people. When I get mad, I see red. When I get mad, I black out. When I get mad, I can't control myself." Prosecutors also produced messages where Anthony admits to getting high and drinking alcohol, and even talking about selling drugs to get guns. In 2024, prosecutors say Anthony even attempted to assault a teacher.
Somebody just said fake text.
And face and everything. Also in 2020.
Put in my chat right now if you believe these text messages are real. Put real if you believe the text messages are real. Put fake if you believe the text messages are fake. Let's go. Get the lights up, gang. We only been here 39 minutes. Get the lights up, gang. We in here tonight. That's what I'm talking about. Turn that bit up for me. Donate to the platform, gang. We in the building. Let's go.
2024, messages obtained by prosecutors suggest Anthony tried to bring a weapon into the State Fair of Texas.
And like that
As for the
trash
threat,
ass,
if the State Fair...
hey, if you burning on it, like that trash ass red up that y'all be smoking. I ain't talking about, no. I'm talking about that shit that the nigga wrote on black magic marker, said, yeah, this that gelato, my boy. Well, you know that ain't no gelato, nothing but that straight Reggie. Let's go. Get the lights up.
Got metal detectors. When he was told yes, his friend responded, "You got the poker?" "Yeah, I might have to toss it," replied Anthony. Prosecutors say Anthony admitted to stealing a watch and earbuds in separate burglaries in Collin County, and also to bringing a weapon onto a Frisco school campus, saying this about his girlfriend: "She went in my bag to get my computer, and I said no, and she still went in it and grabbed it, and my gun and my knife and some other stuff fell out." There are numerous unreleased photos and videos of Anthony holding firearms and making threats, and authorities found a note on Anthony's phone with a long list of disturbing racial tropes and slurs about ex-whites and Hispanics. In one message thread, prosecutors say Anthony wrote, "I hate gay people." Prosecutors say
Hey,
Anthony repeatedly
at
threatened to murder his
GTA.
girlfriend in text messages, some of them saying, "How many bullets you want coming out of your chest?" and "I'm going to get you," expletive. He also threatened her with a knife in one message and told her in another, "When I stab somebody, I'm going to lick their blood off the blade."
What?
Now,
On some
let's
damn.
put this in perspective.
Wait. So y'all mean to tell me Karmelo Anthony was on some Jeepers Creepers shit? Say when he unalive somebody, he gonna lick it off the blade. That's some damn Jeepers Creepers shit. Y'all remember he licked that damn window? Then he licked the window in one of them Jeepers Creepers movies. Let's go.
Kids are
That bitch licked the damn window.
They say crazy stuff. All of you guys, if you want to be honest, we've all said crazy stuff and we all did all that stuff. We just didn't have cell phones, right? We just didn't have evidence of somebody going and looking at your cell phone. Some of y'all have threatened people and did all this. However,
Somebody said, "Hey,
I can't say these boys on another level, especially Karmelo Anthony. Austin Metcalf seemed like a troubled kid. Karmelo Anthony seems like a kid that would end up going to prison forever. He brought a gun. He tried to bring a gun into the fair. Now, I'm trying to be fair. I don't want to compare the two, but like I got to be honest. Like Karmelo Anthony's was a little worse. Talking and getting suspended, cussing at people, yelling at people, getting suspended over that, fighting in the school. Okay, when you start bringing guns into school and you start threatening to kill people, you bring a gun into the school. Not Austin Metcalf got suspended because they talked about it. Karmelo Anthony brought a gun into the school. At least that's what he said on the message. And he's flashing guns and stuff in his pictures. Now, let me tell you what this, and let me give you my own personal experience. Because I don't want to act like I'm holier than thou. I got kicked out of school my senior year.
y'all listen to
Ended up
this.
having to go to alternative school, which changed my life, to be honest.
Wait.
And what did
Y'all listen to this. Listen why Stop 6 had to go to alternate school. Oh, yeah. Y'all gonna love this. Let's go. Get the
Brandon
lights
Tatum
up.
do? I tried to fight my teacher, and it was a female teacher.
Man, chill out. Wait. Wait, hold up. Wait. You tried to what? Wait. Not a male teacher now. Not a male teacher. It wasn't a male teacher. Let's go. Get the lights
Fair. I
up.
don't want to compare the two, but like I got to be honest. Like Karmelo Anthony's was a little worse. Talking and getting suspended, cussing at people, yelling at people, getting suspended over that, fighting in the school. Okay, when you start bringing guns into school and you start threatening to kill people, you bring a gun into the school. Not Austin Metcalf got suspended because they talked about it. Karmelo Anthony brought a gun into the school. At least that's what he said on the message. And he's flashing guns and stuff in his pictures.
I just scrolled back.
Now, let me tell you what this, and then let me give you my own personal experience.
Listen up.
Because I don't want to act like I'm holier than thou. I got kicked out of school my senior year. Ended up having to go to alternative school, which changed my life, to be honest. And what did Brandon Tatum do? I tried to fight my teacher, and it was a female teacher.
Man, chill out.
You know, she was wrong. They ended up firing her.
I'm done. I'm fucking done, bro. I'm done. I'm done, bro. I'm fucking done, gang. I'm done. This nigga said he went to alternative school for a female teacher.
But pretty much what happened.
Not Coach Earl, but let me do it. You know what? I'm gonna keep going. Let's go.
I had a bad attitude,
hold
man.
up.
I had a bad attitude. You say the wrong thing to me, I feel pushed in the corner. I'm flashing out on people. And I did it that day. I had been late to class. It was my senior year. I needed that one class to graduate, and the woman was picking on me. Now, some of it was my fault because if I'm on time, then nobody can pick on me. I had one more chance, and if I was late one more time, I would have failed that class and not be able to go to college. I get there on time. My friend is sitting in the doorway with the teacher. She's looking at me. He's in the doorway. The bell rings. She's standing in the doorway with him. She's looking at me. I'm standing there 2 or 3 minutes before the bell rings.
I tried to.
I'm letting her finish her conversation with my homeboy that's in the doorway with her. As soon as the bell rings, he walks out. She pulls the door shut on me, which would essentially make me fail the class. So I got mad. I walk away. My homeboy Fish came up to me and said, "Bro, what's wrong?" And then I lost it. I was cussing and screaming and acting a fool. I grabbed the chair and threw it at the door. She opened the door. I tried to fight
wait. This somebody just said in the chat they threw a chair at the teacher. Who said in my chat they threw a chair at the teacher then? So they pulled a stop 6. Whoever was in my chat said they threw a chair. Yeah. Y'all pulled a stop 6. Whoever that was, they said they went to turn school for throwing a chair.
What was holding me back? They kicked me out of school for that. I went to alternative school where I had to wear a uniform every day and wake up at 6 a.m. and you had the little pencils like this with no eraser. I'm glad it happened to me because I needed a wake-up call. And that changed everything about me. My daddy ended up getting them to appeal it, so they brought me back to school so I can run track. The University of Arizona still accepted me my scholarship, even though I got kicked out of the school. And so I'm not acting like it's foreign to me to do stupid stuff. I got suspended.
We're going to jump into the Nolan thing after this.
While I had a scholarship, my girlfriend gets into a fight with a dude. She called me crying at lunch. I drive back to the school, threatened to fight this dude. They kicked me out of school. Come to find out she won the fight. So anyway, I did a lot of crazy stuff. I stole stuff. I did stuff when I was young. And so I'm not trying to judge these boys, but what I will say is that I just would encourage young men not to act this way. And when it comes to the trial, the person that's going to be affected the most is going to be Karmelo Anthony in this situation. Because although Austin Metcalf had all that stuff, what did he do the day of? The day of, witnesses said that he wasn't the aggressor. He told Karmelo Anthony to leave. He refused to leave. And Karmelo Anthony using...
Y'all, guess what? Was Austin right for telling Karmelo Anthony to lead the tent gang? Let me know. Was Austin right for saying, "Hey, dude, you're in the wrong damn tent, dude"? No, I mean, I don't know how he said it, but you know what I'm saying? Is he wrong for coming over there telling him he on the wrong damn tent? Let me know. And Eddie, if you ever let me find out who you are, I'm going to jack you up. You know what? No, I was finna say, I'm finna jack you up, but I ain't trying to promote no violence over here, YouTube. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. Man, I just want to pin that nigga on the wall and go to psh, 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 psh. Straight up. No cap. For real, bro. If it weren't for Eddie, nobody would be in this situation. Eddie invited Karmelo Anthony up under the tent gang. Can't we not understand that? Is we forgetting that?
Stabbed him in the chest and killed him. So even though jurors may be able to hear that Austin Metcalf was doing all this, they hear Karmelo Anthony was just as bad. So it ended up being a moot point to a jury. And you end up killing a guy, and the letter of the law says you cannot kill a person and use deadly force against a person unless you have serious bodily injury or threat of serious bodily injury or death. All of the witnesses say that wasn't occurring when Austin Metcalf was stabbed. I think it's a risk trying to get a retrial because 35 years ain't that bad when he could have gotten life. I'm just saying. All right, last thing before I got to get up out of here
Somebody, hold up.
is that
Somebody
this
said
guy
he would.
Elliot Connie.
He would
You know, they
what?
love to talk
Wait,
about
wait,
me
wait,
and
wait,
things
wait,
like
wait,
this
wait,
because I
wait.
make them famous, and I get it.
Somebody said he would what? Appeal denied. It wouldn't be promoting him by. Man, Eddie should have damn took up for old boy, man. He should have said, nah, I invited Karmelo over here. What the hell y'all niggas talking about? I'm telling you, my brothers, I ain't talking about no niggas, no friends. I don't do the friend shit. My brothers, they invite me somewhere. Somebody telling me, hey boy, I didn't. You think my brothers they gonna let something happen like that? You think they gonna tell somebody that, hey, you need to leave? Hey, them niggas ain't. See, that's what I'm talking about. 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 Everybody thinking these niggas ride down the ride and they your friends. They ain't. I've been telling y'all that. I've been saying this. These niggas is not gonna ride for you when it's time to come down for the come down. I was at the fucking game in ninth grade. I was a blood. The nigga was GD. I was hanging with a Latin King. Latin King with blood were hanging together back then. They was call himself Bacon. I ain't gonna say his real name, but his name was something Bacon. He was a Latin King. Was at the game. GDs. I'm blood. Punked the nigga out of school. Nigga asked me, hey, what you want to do, Aunt? I'm surrounded, but listen, I'm the only blood. He Latin King. They GDs. I'm talking about nothing but GDs everywhere. GDs, black flags everywhere. Red rag shouted in that bit. I swung, he ran. I swung, he ran. I swung, he ran. These niggas ain't done to do this shit. I'm telling you. These niggas ain't, man, come on, gang. These niggas ain't dying to do this shit. I'm telling you, don't don't trust these niggas saying they your friends, gang. I'm telling y'all, gang. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, don't trust these niggas. Do not trust these niggas. But these niggas ain't dying to do that shit. Niggas say they dying and hyped up with you, got their hand on your shoulder, ready, crunk. I'm talking about crunked up too. I'm talking about lit with you. Them nigga ain't go, yeah, right. Yeah, right. When they come out, them niggas running. Them gone. They'll leave. They gone. They'll leave y'all alone and get your ass domed. Now, suppose back then in ninth when them niggas would have been slanging. I'd have been unalive. Nigga would have unalived my ass. I'm be honest. That nigga ran. Bro, this is crazy. Anyways, let's get into this right here, gang. Let's get on this right here, gang. I want to get inside that damn this interview, but let's play this right here inside the jury timeline. What come next with the Nolan Wells situation? Shout out to Kumar. No. Let's play it. Let's play this right here. Let's play this. Then we'll get inside the Kumo. Then we're gonna get inside this interview. That part 3 interview. I want to get inside that right there. Because I never watched the part 3. I always watch part 1, part 2. But I really never watched part 3 of the interview what he did with them boys. But let's go, gang. Let's get into this right here with him and your favorite female of all time.
I'm saying they provided like 360. they provided Life 360. They provided the CETO call, and you can put those two things together and say, okay, the timeline matches. And if they left at 4:30, they were already gone. All three boats that came out were already gone when Nolan was last seen. Before we get back to the show, I want to tell you guys about Synergy. If you're tired of energy drinks that spike you up, make you jittery, and then crash you later, Synergy is built differently. Synergy Day gives you clean, steady energy and focus with natural caffeine from green tea. Synergy Night helps you wind down so that you can rest. You can wake up clean, not 4:30.
What witnesses? Where? Who, what, where, why, and when? Has an altercation witness emerged? A witness that claims she saw an altercation at Horn Island. Joining me is Brandon Tatum, former police officer, Tucson, now star of The Officer Tatum on YouTube, who famously has interviewed the acquaintances who all say they had nothing to do with it. Let's just put that out there. He's interviewed them extensively. I want to talk about not what you want to talk about, Brandon Tatum, which is they had nothing to do with this, because I met them and I believe them. So noted. Can we talk about a potential witness to an altercation? And she seems to suggest it was over Katie. Why? Don't know what the altercation was. Maybe it was, hey, leave her alone and get on the boat. Or leave her alone, she's my girlfriend. Or it could be anything. But if there is a witness placing Nolan seemingly in the water, I can't tell that, but having an argument with another person, a partier at Horn Island, that is significant. It could prove or disprove your friend's timeline.
Well, Nancy, I think that it's a big obstacle to climb here because I've never heard of this altercation whatsoever. Nobody that I've talked to have alluded that this altercation was real. And also Katie, whom I saw her text messages, she didn't even say this altercation occurred. What I will say is that if I was an investigator in this investigation, I want to hear that. I want to be able to compare that information to other things that we may have or other witness statements. But I don't think it's significant because it doesn't show if Nolan Wells was actually killed in that altercation. She's claiming that there was an altercation between him arguing with somebody else. There was a potential fight, but that doesn't get me to how did he drown? How did he get in the water? And how did he not recover and come home to his family? So I would take that into consideration. I would compare that to the other interviews that I've done, but I don't think it's significant whatsoever. However, I would be incredibly skeptical because there's no other statements that I've heard from anybody that's come to even close to an altercation with Nolan Wells and others over a girl.
Number one, he's dead shortly after an alleged altercation with another male.
Who did Nolan Wells get into it with though? Do we know, chat? Y'all put in chat. Who did Nolan Wells get into it with allegedly? Do we know for sure Nolan Wells got into it with somebody that night or what? Do we know that for sure or what? That just people just put Rick Ralph out there that they got into it. Let me know, gang.
I put together both circumstantial and
because everybody keeps saying he got into it with somebody,
for
gang.
instance, DNA or a fingerprint. Circumstantial evidence is the timing of the alleged altercation
I don't know.
and his death.
No.
Right?
Nancy,
So, it's hard for me to believe that there's some kind of altercation on Horn Island just before he dies. And they were not
Nancy,
connected. That's hard for me
not-
to believe that.
Well, Nancy, she's not saying he lost the fight. She's not saying that he got beat up. If you look at the autopsy, there's no clear signs of blunt force trauma to his face or any of the vital areas that could kill him. So it doesn't appear that there's any indication.
Hold on, wait, y'all. Hey, hold on, wait. Appreciate that, go harder, but that me keep blocking you, fam. Because get what, you be saying crazy stuff in the chat. You said yesterday that you didn't want to watch me. You said I was a racist. You told me that yesterday. You said, Savage, I don't want to watch you because you is a racist. That's what you told me yesterday. You told me that. So guess what? I got you up out of here. You said you didn't want to watch me because I was a racist. That's what you told me yesterday now. That's what you told me now. Right or wrong? Do you want me to run the live back? I can run a live chat back.
Enough trauma in this particular fight that would lead to his death. And when you look at the autopsy, there is no blunt force trauma to his face. There is no lacerations or damages to the back of his head. This is redness that was underneath the skin.
Oh, wait, are you looking at the screen? Because I'm looking at a big red mark on the back of his head.
Yeah, but this is underneath the skin. This is not a big red gash that's in the back of his head, which would be consistent with blunt force trauma. This is something that occurred underneath the skin that could have been from pooling of blood after his death due to,
Okay, I need to explain something.
I'll let the experts talk about specifics, but it doesn't appear that.
Okay, let's do that. But I want everyone to understand why Officer Tatum here. Officer Tatum.
No, you
and
did.
Philip Dubé and others on our panel
No,
tonight.
you said I'm starting not to support you. No. I ain't finna fuss with you, gang. I ain't finna start my show for you. Stop playing with me.
Right. Are taking a particular side. Right. It's called cross-examination, and it is similar to what happens in court. A theory emerges, a line of questioning emerges, and the other side tests it with fire under cross-examination. And then, hopefully, you get to the truth. Right now, we're talking about an alleged eyewitness to an altercation just before Nolan Wells is dead. If she has not handed this over to the police, it doesn't mean a hill of beans to me. But Tatum has a good idea, and that is, let's let an expert discuss it. Brandon Tatum joining us, Officer Tatum on YouTube. I've cross-examined a lot of witnesses, and I cross-examined them exactly on that. How far away were you? Did you know the target? Were you familiar with them?
Listen, gang, you think I care if you unsubscribe for me? I told people in the past, if you unsubscribe for me, if I lose one, I always gain like 20 or 30 more subscribers, or 40 more, or higher. So it don't matter if 1 or 10 or 20, it don't matter how many unsubscribe for me, hundreds, I'ma gain it back and more. So I don't care. You think I give a damn? Look at the name of the channel. Just look at the name of my channel.
Was your vision obstructed by anything? Were you wearing glasses? Were you wearing sunglasses? What time of the day? I mean, I could go on and on. But unless you have a nun, a priest, or a virgin on the stand, or maybe Angel Gabriel might come down and testify, you have to take your witness as you find them. And I'm sure you've had a lot of drunk witnesses in Tucson to everything from a bar fight to a murder to a dope deal. Look, I'd say a good 50% of witnesses were drunk at one time or the other. That doesn't mean they didn't see what they saw.
Well, from a law
I
enforcement
appreciate that,
perspective,
George.
this is not cross-examination on the stand. This is us.
Welcome to the channel, bro.
Deal with a witness is right on the scene, and I'm not too concerned of whether the person is drunk or not. I'm not going to test their blood alcohol level on the scene. I want to know specifically, what did you see? What are the identifying markers that you have to say that this is Nolan? If that person can describe them, maybe we'll do a show up. If we have like a video or a picture or something, we can show them and say, hey, does this match the person you think that was here?
Appreciate
then we'll
that,
have
Paul.
a good perspective. But there is a challenge here, because you do have to identify him. You can't just say it was a black man out there with curly hair and I think it was Nolan. You're gonna have to have some clear identifying markers that this is Nolan, and then you have to identify the people he was fighting with and the girl. And I think this person is gonna have a big challenge. I saw this text message. We reached out to the girl on her social media. She never responded to us. I don't know if she ever really sent it in to the police, but it is problematic, in my opinion, if she hasn't. If you're going to say somebody is going to spend time in jail, or you're alluding to the fact they committed a crime, and the fact now that we know that Nolan did not survive being out there at Horn Island, and you never submitted that to law enforcement, there's a potential that that's tampering with evidence. If you have evidence of a crime and you're withholding that from law enforcement, and you knowingly and intentionally are doing that, that could be very problematic for a person who claimed to be a witness.
No. Morally, it's wrong, but there is no under the law that you have to report yourself as a witness, that you have to volunteer information. You can stand on the side of a pool and watch somebody drown and do nothing unless you have a fiduciary capacity. And it's not a crime in our jurisprudence. So nothing is compelling her under the law to come forward. However, interesting, she did post it. She did identify herself. She did say she was going to police. And that would be my first line of cross. Did you take this to the police? And if she said no, oh, all HELL
Well,
break out in that courtroom. If you have information like this and you don't go to the police, no, fur would fly. Fur would fly. You ever seen a dog fight? That's what I mean by that. Fur would fly. So that would be a line of cross-exam. To Brandon Tatum, star of The Officer Tatum on YouTube, we just saw some video from your show. And I'm trying to figure out, among other things, what time and day, if you have a time and a date stamp on that, that seemingly shows the Triton with a lot of people on it leaving the island, leaving Horn Island. Do you have a time stamp on that?
I don't have the timestamp. I can ask them to see if they can get it to me. When I watched this video and they presented it to me, this was during the time that the CETO call was occurring. So it had to be right around that time. You could see Wyatt on the boat on the phone. And so this is how it was presented to me. And just to kind of answer your question about the boat searches, you know, it's partially irrelevant depending on the investigation and the interviews that they've done. There is no indication that there was a crime committed on any one of these boats. When you have 60 people that have already given statements to law enforcement, you have the young men that I interviewed that were on that boat that left the island.
So he said 60 people that done gave they testimony and said nothing happened? Okay. Hey, how many people in the chat think something happened on that boat, gang? Y'all let me know, gang. Y'all let me know if y'all rocking with Stop Sit. If you ain't, let me know too. That's cool too. I mean, I ain't on nobody's side. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, gang. I ain't on nobody's side.
Then you have people that saw Nolan on the island after they had left. It's no indication that Nolan was on any one of those boats.
I'm gonna say this. If them boys on the live Nolan, and if it don't come out, it will get taken care of, gang. Don't worry about that. I ain't saying I'm gonna do nothing. One thing about the Lord, he said high and he said low. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. He said high and said low. They did something, it gonna come out eventually, and they gonna meet their punishment. Y'all might don't see it, but they gonna meet their punishment, gang. If it happened. But if nothing happened to Nolan, gang, it's gonna come out too, gang. I'm just gonna be honest with everybody, gang. Everybody wondering what happened. Everybody scraping and running around town, saying this happened. And a lot of us wasn't there. Everybody just speculating, because, it's a hot topic. But like I say, whatever happened, gang, is going to come out. It will come out, gang. It will come out. It's going to come out, gang. So everybody just calm down. Everybody just turn themselves into, I'm talking about towards one another, man. I'm talking about black versus white versus black, Mexican versus this versus that, purple versus green, yellow versus black. You know what I'm saying? Come on, gang. What are we doing? I'm gonna be honest.
Point in time, and that a murder occurred on those boats. So regardless if they searched them or not, it was offered up for them to use a cadaver dog, but that never occurred. And so I don't really think that the boat situation search is significant. The boys submitted their Life 360, which is how they got a GPS tracking of when they left the island and how they got from point A to point B, where they docked and all of those things. So all of the information has been concluded, or at least have been explored, and it didn't appear that there's any foul play on any one of the boats.
Okay.
And what if, and then, gang, if it come out,
that you just said.
If it come out in court, when they come out in trial, gang, if it come out that Nolan Wells, remember y'all gotta remember, his final autopsy is gonna be presented to a jury. Remember that now. So when they present it to the jury, what y'all think the autopsy is going to say? Y'all let me know in the chat. What y'all think this autopsy is going to say, gang? Is it going to say undetermined like Crump autopsy said? Or what? Y'all let me know, gang.
But to have a witness tell me it's true because I said so, and because my friends say so, that doesn't mean it's true to me.
This is GPS.
It could be true.
They
And I see
provided
GPS. That doesn't tell me what happened to Nolan. Just because they got
I'm saying
GPS, they came back.
They provided Life 360. They provided the CETO call, and you can put those two things together and say, okay, the timeline matches. And if they left at 4:30, they were already gone. All three boats that came out were already gone when Nolan was last seen. So now you have a timeline that's consistent with evidence that they presented.
Right there. I was going with you until you said the time Nolan was last seen. Because their GPS data, I'm sure, is correct. And their Life 360 data,
I
I'm
appreciate
sure, is
that gift,
correct.
baby.
I'm not arguing with the technology. But what happened just before that? Where was Nolan when they're leaving the island? If you can place him on that island at 5 or 6 o'clock, please do it. And then I will turn attention elsewhere. I'm not trying to hang your friends, the people that you have interviewed.
She said your friends.
You believe them, and maybe you're right. If he can be placed on that island at 5 or 6 o'clock, then they're in the clear. But I want to know who's placing them there, him there, and how.
Reports have come out that there's two reliable witnesses. TMZ reported on this. They said they saw Nolan a little bit before 6 p.m. There is also the young lady, Katie, who sent text messages to one of the boys that I interviewed. I saw the text messages where she alluded to the fact that she did not see Nolan get on the boat. She heard the boys yelling for Nolan to get on the boat. So Nolan never got back on the boat that he
What
came
these
on.
messages
So
at?
you have the boats leaving.
Have y'all saw these messages Stop Six talking about? I haven't saw them.
Have a CETO call. You have testimony from everybody on the boat. And all of those things have to be taken in consideration. Also, they have already spoke to law enforcement about this. Them talking to me in the interview is them just telling the world what they told law enforcement. If there was any indication whatsoever that he was on the boat based on the testimony that was given from the boys or anybody else, even this new witness that have come forward, I think that there would be a significant investigation leading to an immediate arrest. But they clearly don't have any clear evidence that there is a crime that is committed, and especially a crime that was committed from the boys that I interviewed. I can't speak for everybody else, but I know the young men that I talked to, they were gone. There's no indication that Nolan was on the boat whatsoever. They're giving statements. Katie gave a statement. Even this person is claiming that they saw Nolan get into a fist fight. It appears that this person is claiming that the fight has happened after Wyatt and the rest of them had left on the boat.
See? What I told y'all. Remember they said the fight happened. I was asking y'all about the fight, but they said it happened after the fact. That it said it happened after the fact, gang. I'm just telling y'all. Y'all remember somebody said something about that fight? That nigga said on All About the Benjamins. Remember All About the Benjamins? They said, how do you motherfucker get in my house? That fight. Told you keep your is in the car. Nolan Wells. I told you keep your in the car. No cap. Shout out Nolan Wells, man. R.I.P. Nolan Wells for real though. No cap. All gangs aside though. Hold up, gang. I told you keep your dumb back in the car. You went in there talking to him. Salute everybody in their bed. Let's go. Let's get into this. Hold on, right quick, guys. Let me out some of this stuff I had that pulled up. Let's get into Cosmo, right quick, and then we're finna get into this interview. We gotta get into this interview. We gotta watch this third interview. We gotta watch this third interview, gang. Hold up. Wait. Let's watch this right here, and then we'll watch the other clips, gang. Let's watch this
More
right
out
here.
there that have talked to investigators, have talked to everybody that you can ask. They ain't snitched not one time.
They ain't snitched not one
If
time.
they had done something, don't you think
Why?
at least one of them would have told on the other?
Why he
Yes.
said? Why he said it like that?
Their story's been consistent. We've had to put them on national podcasts. We've had to do national radio shows, national podcasts like yours, just to be able to say we didn't have anything to do with this. How much more can we do?
Did that boy say? Wait, how did Katie know them? That's what else. But Katie sound like to me. Salute everybody. Business. Sound like to me. Katie was somebody that Nolan was talking to. Cause remember Warren said in the first interview, time he saw Nolan, he was going through the water with Katie in his arms, walking through the water with him on some fairy tale mermaid shit. No cap. I can't make this shit up. Get a lights up. Salute to everybody in the building. Let me back up a little bit though. Hold on. He said ain't nobody snitch. What you know about the word snitch? I mean, I ain't saying that just one color word, but I'm just saying. But let's go.
They ain't snitched not one time. If they had done something, don't you think that at least one of them would have told on the other? Yes. Their story's been consistent. We've had to put them on national podcasts. We've had to do national radio shows, national podcasts like yours, just to be able to say we didn't have anything to do with this. How much more can we do to show that? They would have flipped on each other a long time ago.
You can't prove the non-existence of a fact. That's the problem with being a defendant in a public case. The onus, the burden, is on the investigators. Now, I can't argue with them doing it the way I understand now that the local practice of this prosecutor is to put everything through the grand jury. That's not what I'm familiar with in a lot of the other jurisdictions where I've covered cases and where I practiced. Usually a prosecutor doesn't bring everything to a grand jury, but they bring things when they think it's worthwhile. This one does it differently. Even if this was not the normal course, I would understand why they would want to go to a grand jury in this situation for transparency purposes. How long do you expect this process to take before there are any answers disclosed?
Well, that's a good question. Down here in Jackson County, we have a fantastic, and look, I go against these guys every day in my criminal practice. Angel Myers is a fantastic DA. She has fantastic assisting district attorneys that assist her. These guys are good. Trust me. I know. I have to go against them. And you have to be that good to go against them. But they do their due diligence. They make sure that every fact is out there, that it's verified. And I think if I had to take a guess based on my experience, I would say this will probably be in front of a jury, a grand jury, not less, I would say about 2 months.
2 months more because it's in front of the grand jury right now.
If not less, yeah. But I think no more than 2 months.
Well, that is...
So they say about 2 months before it be in front of the grand jury, gang.
Right? Time can...
So as we looking at round... Okay, what we talking about? We in August. Next month is September. So as we look at... Is we ain't... Is we aiming for October, November? Is they aiming for, well, not we, but they aiming for October, November?
And allow things to mellow, people move on, there are other events in the world, especially if the confidential nature of it basically stays quiet. And I got to tell you, this prosecutor has been conspicuously quiet, which is unusual, frankly. And could you criticize it? I don't know. As a lawyer, no, I think this is probably the right way. As a journalist, yes, because you want to hear more and you want to know about the process, but that's not necessarily the best evidence of due process. So I understand it, but it can be frustrating. The other way time works is that there is nagging, not speculation. I want to ask you about that in a second, but that the time works to magnify the interest. What do you think happens here, Mr. Palcic?
Well, I just want to say this. Look, we have the humility, and Morgan, Warren, and Jax, we all have the humility to say, look, we don't know what we don't know, and that's our approach. That's our approach here. As far as your question about the timing of the investigation, look, I've practiced criminal defense my entire career. Obviously not in Mississippi, mostly in New York. But I will say this: when I see a prosecutor who's quiet and professional and methodical, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That strikes me as a district attorney that really cares about evidence. And by the way, we really care about evidence too.
Well, everybody should care about evidence. That's how the system works.
Can I just say, though, that's my concern. We are seeing here that there are many bad actors, elixir salesmen, hucksters, vultures, you name it, opportunists, who don't care one lick. They don't care one lick about evidence.
Well, they care about clicks. And sometimes they're trying to get them legitimately. Sometimes they're using the veil of the First Amendment to get away with saying whatever works in that moment. And I understand it. It can be frustrating, but welcome to my world. Now, just so people understand, Counsel Cox is local counsel, understands the jurisdiction in the state and the culture very, very well. You're known as a defamation attorney. And why do you believe that you have a case here that is worth your time and effort?
Well, first and foremost, I believe in these young men. I've met them. I've spent time with them. I believe 1,000% in Warren. I believe 1,000% in Morgan. I believe 1,000% in Jax. These are great people. They're just really, really fine young men. So number one, I believe in them. I believe in Tyler. I believe in their families. I've spent time with these folks. I've talked to them. I know who's telling the truth and who isn't. And I've got a bunch of folks here who are telling the truth. Another reason I care about this is I hate lying. Listen, I'm a First Amendment absolutist. I will fight to the death for our First Amendment. However, lying and hurting people, lying to harm people, and lying to profit is clearly far, far outside the bounds of the First Amendment. And I care about that.
When is it outside the bounds of the First Amendment? You said a couple of times, we don't want to speculate. Counsel Cox had said, I don't want to speculate. Well, I do want to speculate a little bit on two different fronts. The first one is, well, what is the line? I heard the sweetened audio, and I think it could be real, and that means that the boys were involved. Am I defaming
Somebody
them?
said,
No,
I think he lying right there.
What do you believe the line is?
Shout out everybody in the bit.
That has been crossed, in your opinion?
Well, I could give you a very clear, bright line. When you accuse three young men of committing crimes, and I will borrow the term of art from Tyler because it's the best two words in this entire interview, infamous crimes. When you are accusing three young men of infamous crimes, and you really don't know what you're talking about, when you have an ongoing investigation. So number one, you are an opportunist, whoever, we're not going to name names here. We're not doing that because we're not them. We don't do that. That'll be in the papers that are filed in court. But when you are not an investigator on the case, right? So you do not have access to the investigative file. And you probably haven't been to the island. You probably never met our fine young men here, right? You're not a prosecutor. You're not a police officer. You're nothing. You're just someone who is just spitballing, and you're saying they committed a crime, that's defamation.
What if you think what if they say, I feel like they may have? They look guilty. I don't
Defamation.
believe them.
Defamation, plain and simple, to rights.
I don't know. I don't know that it's dead to rights because, and look, I'm with you about what you're against, okay? And I think, just for a little bit of dicta here, I think the rules on social media have to change. And I don't like saying it because I sound like I'm asking for censorship, and that's a disgusting idea to a journalist. However, everybody else has rules except this place. You don't like what I say on News Nation? Boom, you've got a pocket. You don't like what I say on Sirius Radio? Boom. You don't like what I say on this podcast? I'm Chris Cuomo. You can come at me. There's going to be a pocket, right? These people don't have pockets. So they say things, and then you say, well, I'm going after the platform. I've told them 10 times, this Chris Cuomo is saying things on their platform that are demonstrably false, and they're leaving them up. Section 230 of the Internet Act. You can't just sue them.
May I just say one thing? Look,
Yes.
This part is not the law. This is just my personal
Hey,
view.
y'all, give me
What it's worth,
200
which
likes,
is very
man.
little. But I am an ardent opponent of censorship. So I just don't believe in censorship. And I do believe that people should be able to say and post what they want on social media. However, I am also a big believer in defamation. And you can say whatever you want as long as you understand that there are consequences.
I got it, but I'm just saying the biggest purveyor of these things is not me. It's the platform that magnifies what I say
And
that's provocative.
light up that trash ass Regis
And the
y'all be
ad
smoking on
placements,
too.
and they have no liability. Summer's here. If you want
We
to
gotta get
actually
into
feel
this.
confident, less bloated,
We gotta
more
get into this interview
energized,
now.
not just look like it on the outside.
Nah, we
but
don't want
feel
that.
it.
Come on,
What you
man.
got.
No. How y'all feeling about this Nolan Well case, gang? How is y'all feeling about this Nolan Well case? Y'all let me know, gang. How is y'all feeling? Is it crazy work or what?
I'm a big believer in personal responsibility.
Let's
And
get back to what he was
all
saying.
adults have to take responsibility for their words.
Yeah,
fault,
I
gang.
believe in both.
I was finna play the other video,
Yes.
but we're gonna get to the interview right after
I
this.
believe that there's a line. That's why you have the statutes. And I believe that the platforms have gotten a pass, and it's been at the behest of the rest of those good interests in a way that the New York Times can't do it, CNN can't do it, CBS can't do it, News Nation can't do it, but Instagram can, YouTube can, and they are the biggest media platforms. So it's an interesting situation, and it'll be interesting to see if you litigate what courts say, because this doesn't happen that often. So this is like a new phase of these types of trial by public.
And I'll say one other thing. Look, things are so different now, last 20 years or less, right? You have a story and, basically reputational arsonists can pour accelerant on the situation, and it's just like a dry forest. It's like the tinder just going up in flames. And it's just so different than in the 1970s or 1980s where you had, the nightly news and you had newspapers. It's so different. I really do believe everybody should have an absolute right to freedom of expression. They should also understand, though, that we do have defamation law.
Understood. And sometimes you learn that the hard way, and I look forward to seeing how that plays out. The other point is that not all speculation is the same. My understanding is that people reached out to the families wanting to help and saying, look, I saw him. I know the boys left. I know when they left. I saw Nolan. Nolan was drinking. Nolan wasn't drinking. Nolan was with this girl. Nolan was with this other girl. Counsel Cox, has anything come to the family's attention that is helpful in understanding what may have happened here?
Well, sure. But again, once we talk about that again comes speculation. We've had people come and tell us verifiable, good, and just the way that local counsel here, Chuck Bordeaux, says that Good Ocean Springs people, we have Good Ocean Springs people come to us and say, look, we saw Nolan at the time after the boys left, and They're good people. They're verifiable. They're good members of our community here. And so we've had those people reach out to us. We've pointed those people to authorities, and the authorities have that information. And we've been doing that for weeks, Chris.
Understood.
And that's the thing is, we've been as transparent as humanly possible. Since July 5th, we have been collecting as many witness statements, just like everybody else has, trying to put together some sort of timeline, trying to figure out what happened up until 4:30, because we don't know what happened after that. If we could find out, that's where a lot of these witnesses come in, and we've provided those to the Jackson County Sheriff's Department.
Have the authorities, I know that you say that the boys and their families have cooperated. Has there been any suggestion to the boys that they're people of interest, that they shouldn't leave, that they want them to report in with their movements?
Not that I know of, Chris. No.
Would you know?
I think I would. If that has been relayed to the boys, I certainly would know. But, they have not told me that, and I don't believe that has happened. Or they would have told me.
Well, they know you. The authorities know that you're counsel, right? So they would have reached out to you if they wanted them to come in or wanted further questioning, or have they been asked to go before the grand jury?
Not yet.
Would they be interested in doing that?
Well, Chris, we've done everything else. We're going to do and continue to do as much as we can do. Whatever our Jackson County Sheriff's Office asks us to do, we're going to do it. Just like we have since July 5th.
All right. We hear y'all. Y'all know that was the lawyer, or a couple of those guys, gang. That's Trump defamation lawyer. The dude that had the white socks hat. I ain't gonna say what they said, but the white socks hat, the dude that had the white socks, not what the other word said. White socks. Get it like so. Look into the interview, gang. Nah, I'm gonna need y'all help on this. I'm gonna need y'all help, gang. Now, when we play this interview, I want y'all to tell me in the chat. When we play this interview, I want y'all to tell me in the chat if anybody look like they look this way, looking that way, anybody looking wrong, anybody look like something ain't right, anybody just look like they don't say that. Let me know in the chat. Let's get into this interview right quick, gang. Let's get into this interview, gang. Because like I say, I didn't see the third interview. I didn't see it. I only seen the first and the second interview. I think I started trying to watch the third interview, but I started doing some other junk. I tried to show it on here, and but let's really get in. Let's break this third interview down, because I really never saw it. So y'all finna see a live reaction. Let's see if anybody capping or what they talking about, man. Let's see, gang. Get the lights up for me, gang. How many lights we at? We at 94 lights? We need like what, 5 or 6 more lights before we at 100. Let's get to 100 lights right fast, gang. Turn me up. Donate to the platform. Hit the super chats. Hit the gifts. It's Saturday night. We've been in here, what, hour 34? Shoot, let's go. I wasn't even trying to rhyme. We've been in here hour 34. Let's go. Turn that bit up for me. We finna go hard on them. Let's break down this interview though. Let's see if anybody moved wrong. Like Savage say, like Webber said that they used to rap with Boosie. Senior Hitman, nigga put that tool on. But knock all his shoes off. I'm the Hitman. Come on, tell me who want it. I appreciate that gift. Whoever just sent that gift, I seen who sent. I can see your name all the way because I'm on the side. Oh wait, I'm coming. Come on, tell me who want it. Let me see who that was. Who that was? Oh, that was Tom. Sent the W. Appreciate that W. Let's break down this interview, gang. If anybody moved wrong, look the other way, sniffle, shiver, say, hey, or do like this. They ain't even about talking. It's just about hand gestures, looks, and all about this interview here. Let's see what's what in this interview. Is they telling the truth in this interview about Nolan Wells? Let's break it down, gang. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hold on. Okay. Where they Nolan? Let's go. Let's go. Is anybody?
And so people, well, there was a conversation that we had, Warren, last time about you not going or ever being at his house, and people took that as if you weren't his friend. Can you guys describe what engagement did you have with Nolan at his house, with his parents, him with your parents? Like, how did all that circulate?
Well, like Jack said, like, he used to pick up Nolan every day. I used to pick up Nolan every day. My buddy Wyatt used to pick up Nolan. Like, literally would pick. We didn't make Nolan drive anywhere.
That's how much we loved him, bro.
Like,
we just always wanted to be
like,
there.
that's how much, like, everybody knows this, too. Like, Nolan didn't drive. Like, especially, at least in our friend group.
Hey, me. I know it's old. I just told them I haven't saw it yet. I saw part 1 and part 2, but I just told the chat that I haven't saw it yet. I just told the chat that, but I don't know if you were listening. You probably doing your makeup. By your picture, you look like you need to be putting some more on. But at the same time, I just had said what I said. Get the lights up, gang.
Because Nolan, we always pick Nolan up, regardless of where it was. Like, literally on July 3rd, Nolan rode with me and, like, rode with me to Wyatt's because we had to get parts for a boat. But anyway, just for, it's crazy that, like, I think it's kind of sad that, like, people, I have...
Say, oh, hey, have you seen you, sir? No, have you seen you? Have you seen you? I'm be honest, have you seen you? Let me get you on. Have you seen you? Get your ass on, guys.
Some friends of mine that I'm very, very close with, and I just don't know their parents. We're grown men. You don't have to know someone.
I don't know why y'all coming here playing with me. See, I was gonna block your ass earlier with something you had said, but I ain't had said nothing. I just let you slid with it. But that gave the icing on the cake. To let your ass go. Let my people go.
For them to come out and be like, oh, well, y'all aren't friends with somebody.
Wait.
Well, how are you gonna?
Is he thinking about Nolan? He like his head was down thinking about Nolan. Let's go.
Like my relationship with somebody else, it's crazy. Like they've said this all about us, like, oh, we're fake friends. Well, that's really horrible to say because if you go look on every social media post on Nolan's Instagram or Facebook or anything else, the only people in it are us and his football guys. Like that's just so real. Every time Nolan's in Starkville, he's with us. Every time Nolan's anywhere, not even just Starkville, but anywhere.
Oh yeah, we went on countless vacations and
prom, homecoming, everything. Nolan's with us because we were his friends. It's not that hard to understand.
Hey,
I mean,
y'all. I know it's sad tonight. Y'all on that gin gotta be Laser Dukes. Shut your ass up. This is my show. Hey, listen, y'all. This is my show. I do what the hell I want to do. If y'all want to do a live, go hit the YouTube app and hit the live button, and you can go live yourself and do your show how you want to do it. I can do what the hell I want to do over here. Y'all better stop there and tell me what the hell I want to do. Stop playing. Hey, y'all better stop playing with me over here. Get the fuck on, gang. Get the fuck on. Get your ass on, gang. I don't need y'all. I don't be needing y'all over here, gang. I don't be needing you over here. I told you that.
I don't have to prove this to anybody, but that's the truth. I don't have to prove my friendship. And these guys feel the same way. We don't have to prove our
God
friendship.
damn. Shut the fuck
I
up.
agree. Right.
Yeah, so was Nolan around your family then?
Oh, yeah. Nolan was always around our houses. I mean, I can even say this. Nolan and Wyatt's dad had a secret friendship that we weren't even in.
Yeah, they were like best friends.
Damn,
We would go over
bro.
to Wyatt's house.
Y'all be coming here bitching. Shut up. Y'all just be coming here just typing and just typing and typing. I see a lot of y'all in real life. Y'all look the other way and go the other way. Shut the fuck up, bro. For real.
And Nolan, we would all be in the backyard, whatever, doing something. And Nolan would be inside on the couch with Wyatt's dad, and they'd just be cutting it up all night.
Yeah, watching movies together. Like Scarface was their favorite movie.
Yeah.
They'd watch Scarface
All the time.
But it really shows you like the effect like all this has had on everybody, not including just our friend group, but like our friends' parents and my parents. Like our friends were really and families were really close with Nolan. And I mean, this has been a horrible tragedy, not just for us, but for our families and friends too. My mom knew Nolan because she used to drive us from Waffle House to school once a week. My stepdad knew Nolan because he used to drive us. My dad, everybody, like,
And he would always come to the house too all the time.
and not just that, but like I'm talking about like from a young age, like from 8th grade. But Nolan would always be at our house to stay at our houses. And for his parents to come out and say, "Oh, well, we don't know these boys." Well, then does that mean you don't know where your kid's staying at night? Because he was staying at our houses. So.
Sorry to interrupt. I know you're enjoying this incredible interview. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and also join
Nah, Tom. I'm just for real, bro. Niggas just be coming here talking too fucking much, bro, and don't know nothing. They just be just fucking talking, and bro, they fucking see me. The motherfucker go the other fucking way. Them niggas ain't gonna have that same energy. They just typing and talking. That shit be making me mad. Cause I done seen niggas, bro. I done seen niggas. I ain't gonna do that shit. Niggas ain't ready for that shit. They just be talking, man. That what make me so mad, bro. Shut up. Don't be over here. If you don't want to watch my channel, scroll up or scroll left. Whatever the hell you do, man. God dang, bro. Just shut the fuck
Based on what I
up.
know from the interview we had and some of the things that Nolan had spent the night and then at your house, and then you guys got up, you went out. Was this the first time you guys went to Horn Island, or you guys used to do this every year?
Hold up, wait. Runner said, I don't believe these dudes with all that fake hand gesture. So did somebody say hands in the pocket is a tell? Do what? So hands in the pocket. So you got to notice them hand pockets. Okay, bet.
I've been to Horn Island this year alone 3 times.
Yeah, he do.
Nolan.
You know what? You right. He do got his hands in the pocket. Let's not forget what we came here for. Fuck the trolls. F everybody else. We here chilling tonight, breaking it down, seeing what's going around. It's Saturday night. We chilling on a late night flight. Dang, is y'all with me or not? Is you rocking with me or not tonight? God dang, bro.
And then the previous year, we went to Horn Island. Nolan was with us out there then. And every time we go out to Horn Island, usually Nolan's with us. And every single year for the 4th of July, when we go out there, Nolan's with us. I mean, this is a tradition. I mean, everybody waits all year for Horn Island, 4th of July. Like, that is the place to be. That is a party all day. And it is literally right up all of our alleys. Like, that's what we want to do all day. Like, that's the funnest day of the year. And, yeah.
I mean, Nolan was with us 2 weeks prior to the 4th of July.
Look how old boy had looked at it. Hey, wait. Look how old boy right here had looked at him when he was talking. Look how he had looked at her. Look how old boy had looked.
Any intention to hurt Nolan.
Hold up, wait.
Why would we do it?
What old boy had said, wait. Let's get to the content.
Nolan was with us out there then. And every time we go out to Horn Island, usually Nolan's with us. And every single year for the 4th of July, when we go out there, Nolan's with us. I mean, this is a tradition. I mean, everybody waits all year for Horn Island, 4th of July. Like, that is the place to be. That is a party all day. and it is literally right up all of our alleys. Like, that's what we want to do all day. Like, that's the funnest day of the year. And yeah,
I mean, Nolan was with us 2 weeks prior to the 4th of July at Horde Island with no one out there. We
Rub
have
your
the
hands
intention to
together.
hurt Nolan at the island.
why would we do it on the 4th of July with thousands of people out there? I mean,
Hold up, we got somebody. Hold up, now we got Volcano. Salute to everybody in here. I want to read everybody reply, gang. I ain't gonna cap. I be trying to pay attention to the interview and y'all chat in the chat at the same time, try to see what y'all saying. Then some people get mad when I talk. But listen, gang, I see what a homeboy say. He said he didn't just drown. Something happened to him. So what you think happened to him, Volcano? Let me know. We just over here chopping it up, gang. Y'all can give y'all opinion over here. Dang, don't be disrespectful. God dang, don't be disrespectful to me, gang. I open my platform up, let y'all talk amongst yourself or to me or whatever the case may be, man. We ain't gotta be disrespectful. We ain't gotta damn load up no choppers over here. We ain't gotta load up no choppers over here. We chilling. For real, for real. Not especially nothing over this. And we ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Either one of us was there. Not me or nobody in the chat was at Horn Island when this went down. So everybody that's speculating and saying savage this and savage that, they can shut the fuck up and sit back. How about that? Let's go.
Clear. We literally all went out there for my buddy's birthday, and Nolan was with a whole group of people like we were with on the 4th. So that's.
yeah, it was on like a Wednesday.
It's not like
Nobody
this is.
was out
It's
there,
not like
yeah.
this is just like a random like occasion. No,
We
we
got
do
there
this
all
all
the
the
time,
time, and not even just Horn Island, but Nolan's on the boat with us all the time. We all go on the boat. We all do things together like this. So
I want to get to some pointed questions about the phone situation, because I think the last time, Warren, when you and I talked or spoke, you weren't at the house when the phone was recovered. So I want to figure this out. Explain to me, because a lot of people are still online saying that they find it to be incredibly suspicious that Nolan left his phone. Can you explain, did Nolan ask you for his phone back when you guys were leaving? Was it not a part of the conversation? Was Nolan the only person that left his phone on the boat? Can you guys walk me through that idea?
So I can go ahead first and say nobody has their phone in the water. Even when you jump in a pool, do you have your phone? Like, no, you don't. You're not going to bring your electronic in the water. So what everybody does is they stick their phones on the dash of the boat and they forget about it because you don't have good service. You can't even send a picture through from Horn Island to like somebody else. They put it on the phone, and even as teenagers, we don't really get on them. We go out there and we conversate, and we
Somebody
see.
said why Karmelo new trial is a no go. Because just rewind the damn live back. You'll see why his trial is a no go. No cap.
A bunch of people that we usually don't see on a day-to-day basis that we graduated high school with, guys that graduated before us. You know, it's a big meeting. Like
Hiding those
seeing all
hands.
your friends
I
that
told
you have-
y'all. Hey, salute to Bernard and salute to everybody that's paying attention because I told everybody, I said, point out whatever y'all think. If they move wrong, look wrong. I said, point it out. A lot of people been pointing out different things. Okay. All right.
haven't seen in a while. And so whenever we were coming back in, he didn't even think about grabbing his phone. He never asked about his phone, along with 5 other people that also left their phones on the boat, and we had to wait at the boat launch for them to come and pick them up, including Javon. I mean, Javon left his phone on our boat.
Yeah, Javon is one of the guys in the friend group.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Javon's a friend of mine, friend of ours. Like, not as tight as Nolan. Javon's in the class under me in school, and he's a friend of mine. But just like a lot of our other friends, Javon's our friend. He left the phone on the boat because we're trustworthy people. We're not going to steal something. We're not going to delete pictures off of someone's phone. We're not going to delete text messages. We're not going to get on anyone's phone because we have no reason to. But Javon left his phone. And we gave Javon his phone back along with everybody else who left their phone on the boat. So
Yeah, we'll get to that because I think I have the timeline in my mind. So you guys, the boat is taking in water. you had already left, Morgan, right? You had already left on a boat. So there's 3 boats. You had already left about 5 minutes before this situation happened. The last 2 boats was Bart's boat and Wyatt's boat, and those are the 2 boats that left out because Bart was kind of towing Wyatt's boat out. So you guys are on the boat. What was the conversation with Nolan? Because Nolan obviously had come in on Wyatt's boat. You guys are all getting ready to leave. So what was the communication like with Nolan?
So, actually, Wyatt was saying, told Nolan, because he
Yeah, he said, actually, okay. Can we believe him so far? Do we believe these boys? Okay. Let me get down another damn spiff. Let me get down another spiff right quick, boy. What are they talking about? I had to get back another damn spiff. I'm sitting back chilling tonight, boy. Yeah, I'm on a late night flight. Yeah, we on a, well, I'm on a late night flight. I can't say we. I don't know if y'all on a late night flight with me, so. We on a late night flight. We lighting up. We pouring up. Everything. What are they talking about?
Nolan's with this girl at this point. They're together. Wyatt looked at Nolan. He was like, dude, come on. Boat's taking on water. We got to go. Like, right now. And Nolan didn't want to go. He said he wanted to stay with the girl. And Wyatt started yelling at me. He's like, Nolan, get on the boat now. And Nolan
Somebody said, Savage, you know these boys lying.
Nolan, get on the effing boat right now. We are leaving right now. And Nolan said he had another ride back, and we had no more time to waste. We got to get the boat out of there before it goes under.
And it was that then when Nolan said that, like, was there an issue that you believe that Nolan will be able to get back, or were you concerned with, like,
So
explain
what I can say is I've been out countless times on one boat to Horn Island and came back on another. I've done it before where I went out on one boat and my friends left, and I just know so many people out there. I didn't even think about, do I have a ride already set up? I just know so many people out there that I'm like, okay, there's 100% sure I can find a ride back, and which I have before, you know? And it's one of those things where it's at Horn Island, you don't even have to know somebody to ask for a ride back in. They're going to bring you in. You know, it's not like, are they going to bring me in or are they not? Should I ask? No. If you ask anybody out there, 100%, they'll bring you back.
Southern hospitality.
Yeah, the boating Mississippi.
I mean, we had somebody.
The boating community is so like tight knit. Like it doesn't matter like who you are. If someone sees you struggling on the island, no matter the case, they will come and help you. They will do anything in their power to help you and bring you back to the mainland.
I put another example
Hold on,
out
wait.
there.
Wait. I almost spit out whatever I was drinking just then. Somebody just said in the chat that old boy in the middle looked like Michael Jackson. Chill out, gang. You know it. I. Let's get back to it, gang. Let's go.
We know another kid who was pretty intoxicated out there, and he couldn't find his boat. And he asked somebody random that he didn't even know if he could catch a ride back with them. And they were like,
Somebody said lack of
boat, called his parents,
lack
told them
continues
the
eye
situation was
contact
going
is
on, and then took him back on inshore.
And that happened this time, or is
Fourth of July.
This current for.
So you guys you leave. Nolan is there. I'm based on what you're telling me, I'm perceiving that you guys are accepting that Nolan's going to get a ride back somewhere else. Y'all taking on water. Explain to the audience, what is this sinking boat thing like? Because I think that people are.
All right, let's get serious, gang.
Acting in good faith.
Let's listen up.
Curious of like, are you sinking?
Here we go.
Do you think you're gonna sink? Because you hear Wyatt on the phone and he's like, we're sinking, we're going down. And obviously you never went down. So can you explain what he was saying about going down? Was there a little bit of water? Was he just panicking more than normal, or like what was that? And I want you to explain too, like, what happened to the boat? How did you recover the boat? And how did you get back to the mainland?
So I'm going to go ahead and first off explain a boat. So a bilge pump is in the bilge. The bilge is underneath the deck where you stand in the very bottom of the boat. And there's a space in there where you have all your electronics, your batteries, everything that controls everything throughout the whole boat. So the first thing that fills up on a boat when it starts to sink is the bilge. And it goes in the bilge and it starts filling up. Well, then the bilge pump kicks on, senses the water automatically, it starts pumping
Somebody talking about why he rubbing his hand.
out. In this situation, the bilge
Wait,
pump
we trying to be serious, gang. We got to be serious about this part here, gang. For real, for real. All right, it's time to be serious, gang. We got to be serious about this part because a lot of people were saying this is where Nolan was getting on the live at doing the CETO call. So we got to be serious about this. Let's listen. Let's listen. Let's be serious. All right. Let's be serious right quick. Let's be serious, gang.
It didn't kick on.
Wait.
And
we got to be serious. Wait, let's go back. We got to be serious,
I'm
guys.
going to first off explain a boat. So a bilge pump is in the bilge. The bilge is underneath the deck where you stand in the very bottom of the boat. And there's a space in there where you have all your electronics, your batteries, everything that controls everything throughout the whole boat. So the first thing that fills up on a boat when it starts to sink is the bilge. And it goes in the bilge and it starts filling up. Well, then the bilge pump kicks on, senses the water automatically, and starts pumping it out. In this situation, the bilge pump had a malfunction. It didn't kick on. And it got all the way to the very top of the bilge, which is the floor level. And then we started to see the boat actually sag down in the water, and we're like, okay, what's going on? So there's a cap in the back of the boat that you can unscrew and look inside the bilge. We unscrewed it. There's so much water in the boat, it started overflowing onto the deck. And so at this point, we're like, okay, this boat's going down. It's going down quick. We don't know where the water's coming in from. We don't know what's going on, and we just go into full-on like panic mode. Get this thing out of here now. So we hook up the boats.
No, call CETO.
Okay.
Let's get to that part. Because you called CETO first?
No,
or you had the boats hooked up first?
We had the boats hooked up first.
Yeah. Okay.
So we hook up the boats and we start towing them out. He's on the phone with CETO. Because, hold on, let me go back a second. The electronics completely glitched out. Nothing is working on the boat. There's so much water in there. Nothing is working.
The batteries are also...
The batteries are completely underwater. Like, they're yeah. Everything's fried, basically. So we have it connected, kind of towing them out. And he's on the phone with CETO, and he's trying to get them on the phone. And as he stated in the moment, he's like, CETO's just asking all these dumb questions. I can't, figure out what's going on. And so finally hangs up, and after the trim to the motor started to work again. So they manually trim it down by the buttons on the motor, trimmed it down, and some electronics started to come back on. And they got the boat to crank over, and they're like, all right, untie us, because if you can get a boat on plane, the suction of the water going underneath it will actually pull all the water out of the bilge if you have the plug out. So say you have the plug sitting, the boat will sink. If you have the plug out and you're running, all the water will rush out the back of the boat.
When you say on plane, you mean it has to be going fast enough to be up
out
on
of
top
the water.
of the water?
Yep. So on plane is you're up, you're running, you're out of the water. Basically, there's
your bows on plane.
Yeah. So you're up out of the water running. So
where are you guys at when this happens? As far as from Horn Island to the mainland, where are you guys at in between there?
So we're probably a mile and a half off of Horn. I'd say a mile off Horn.
From the start where the CETO call was, we were probably about a quarter mile.
Yeah.
Off the island. Like you could see, it's visible in the picture that you posted that Wyatt is on the CETO call, and it's that video of the boat panning of the video of the boat getting panned, and you see everybody in the boat. If you look in the background, the island's right there. So I mean, going back to what you said earlier, if we killed somebody or hurt somebody, the whole island is literally not even a quarter of a mile away to see, with hundreds of boats lined up on the island. So that's really all I had to say about that.
Yeah. So we
were about a quarter mile out.
So we were about a quarter mile out, whatever. So they pull the plug out the back of the boat. They have the motor running and everything like that, and they go to take off. So the boat's having trouble trying to get up, and it's slowly coming up because the weight of the water. finally it planes off and the water gets sucked out the back and they're full speed running. And then after that, I didn't see them anymore. I think you were on the boat. You start from there.
Yeah, so after we
Look
played
how he start. Oh look, wait. Why old boy looked at him like that? Yeah, you start from there now. You remember what we rehearsed? I mean, he didn't say that. He did not say that. He did not say that again. Let's throw that away. He did not say that. Let's go.
and the whole way in, we ran into the mouth of Fort Bayou, where we came from originally, and we turned into Fort Bayou, went in the channel, ran probably 500, 600 yards into Fort Bayou. Wyatt had jumped out of the boat, put the plug back in the boat so access water. So water didn't keep pushing and filling the boat up. So then we turned around and Wyatt brought the boat to the dock, and that's when I had gotten out and got back in the car. And I didn't drive. A buddy of mine drove me, and we went back to Jax's house.
Okay, so I just want to make this very clear and abundantly clear for the audience. Are you saying that the video that I posted, which is like a 3-second loop, now I have a lot more of the video, but
Right.
to not expose people that have nothing to do with this,
Right.
I only posted the smaller part, the 3-second part. Are you saying during that time, a portion of that, Wyatt was on the phone with Cito, so a portion of that is the Cito call, and that Nolan is not on that boat?
Correct.
And that video that's out there is a representation of who was on the boat during that Cito call.
Correct.
So I want to jump back to something real quick, because I was on the island and the reception was bad. I left my phone on the boat when I got out and went in the water. But people are saying online that how can you make a Cito call if the reception is so bad on the island? Because before you said the reception wasn't really good enough to even send a picture message to somebody else. So how is this call being made if the reception is not as good?
I mean, if you listen to the call back, I mean, there's areas in the call where it's splotchy. It's not direct. Like, it's not like you're sitting from me to you talking to the person on the phone. I mean, you're obviously out on the water. I mean, you can hear it in the Cito call.
And so when it comes to the reception, because
Hey, can y'all get me 200 likes, gang? Yeah, 117,
I
gang.
mean, it was a beautiful
Donate to the
ride.
platform. What is super chats and
Yeah,
gifts?
I'm looking at how beautiful this water is. We were having fun on the boat.
We in here chilling, gang. Y'all support the platform tonight. We in here chilling, man. Just vibing out. Y'all, if you don't know what the super chats is, it's the little money thing at the bottom of your screen. Just hit that. You can send $2, $5, $10, whatever you want to send, gang. And you can send the gifts too. We in here tonight. We chilling, gang. We just chilling. We just vibing out. We ain't... Hey, I appreciate that gift, Nep. It say Nep Neptune Red. Appreciate that, Neptune Red. Appreciate that gift, gang. No cap. All gifts are appreciated. Appreciate that Sexy Black. Appreciate that gift, gang. No cap. I appreciate all y'all, gang. Let's get back into it. We in here tonight. I ain't sending you ish. That's fine, Slick. What's up, Neptune? Hey, appreciate that, Neptune. Appreciate that gift, gang. Let's go. Turn that bit up for me, gang. Y'all turn that bad boy up for me tonight. We in here sad tonight, vibing. We just vibing out.
We're playing music, some of Nolan's favorite songs.
Yeah.
So I wasn't thinking about my phone. So I wasn't checking reception. Now,
Hey,
is the reception
appreciate that
recovered
gift,
at some
Greg.
point between Horn and the mainland? Or is it terrible reception while you're over the water until you get to the mainland?
I mean,
As soon as you get off the island coming in shore,
Yeah,
you
but there's
start
really
picking
like
up reception
no
again.
definite way to tell where the reception comes in, because I mean it's all satellite. I mean,
Yeah.
it's different every. I've gotten service 80 miles offshore, like off of a satellite coming to a oil rig.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I connected to it from the rig, But like,
It just depends.
I could go to Horn Island and not have any service. I could go there and have service. I mean, I think it's truly different, like every time.
So is it fair to say the service on Horn Island is super spotty?
Yes. Yeah.
And it was just almost by chance, in part, that the call was successful to call Cito. Okay.
Yeah, partly, yeah.
And I want to get to that picture, because I think a lot of people are confused about the picture. You guys cleared this up for me last time I came, but I want the world to kind of hear this, because I don't think I addressed it last time me and you, Warren, was on the interview. People are saying, and this is how the picture went viral, that the people pictured in the photo were the ones that went on the boat with Nolan and came back. Can you explain that? Because I don't think everybody that was in that picture even went to Horn Island on the same boat as Nolan.
So I can say whenever we all got out there,
Hold on, before you get there, because I think this will address another issue that people have of saying, well, why are they taking pictures if the reception is bad? Can you point out where this picture took place? What is going on with this infamous picture now?
Yep. So whenever we got there, like I said, I wasn't even on the same boat as Nolan. We pull our boat in. Nolan, their boat pulls in, whatever. I get out in the water. I walk over to Nolan's boat, and I'm talking to Nolan for a little bit, whatever. And I put my phone up on the dash. Nolan puts his up there. As Nolan's putting his phone on the dash, he sees an actual little camera that one of the girls that came on the boat brought. And his first words was, he picks up the camera and he goes, "We got to take a picture." Just like that. And in my mind, I'm like, heck yeah, like, let's take this picture. So that's where you got me and Nolan and one picture. And then as we're taking that picture, again, and another buddy of ours come up and they're like, all right, like, let's take a picture all together of us on the front of the boat. We're like, all right, yeah, let's do that. So we got on the front of the boat, and that's where that picture was taken.
So that was it taken from a phone or
no, like an actual little camera.
Okay. And was it taken from where you docked at, or was it taken out there at Horn Island?
It was taken at Horn Island.
Okay, so but it wasn't on the phone.
No.
Hey, I want to clear this up too, because I'm not aware of this. You guys may obviously have more information. Were people uploading? I know we talked about the service issue, but were people uploading onto social media?
I mean, you could.
Not really. No.
You could be
Realistically, you could.
You could if you want to sit. If you're motivated enough to do it, yeah. Like I made a phone call to my mom, and I had to call her like 8 times before she picked up, because either her service was bad, because she was on the back side of the aisle on the south side, or my service was bad, and it was just hard to get through. But like if I went and posted a video on Snapchat, like honestly, I don't think it would like either post or send to somebody. I think, I sent my buddy where we were at, a buddy of mine. I was like, hey, come meet us. And I sent him a video, and he was like, dude, I couldn't get a hold of you all day. And like that explains the point. Like I sent him a video where we were at, and it never sent until I got inshore, because I had no service.
Would it shock you, because Christine Wells, Nolan's mother, is online, she was very shocked that she said Nolan didn't have any Snapchats or something. I'm assuming that whole day. Is that shocking to you if he did or did not have photos or videos or stuff uploaded to social?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Because
I mean,
like we said, we've been out there many times before, and nobody's on their phone out there. First off, and then second off, if you want to take Snapchats and stuff like that, you can, but you're just really going to have to save them to your camera roll and upload them back whenever you get insured, because when you go to send it, it's just going to have an error.
And most guys, when they're out on the island all day, they're really not thinking about posting something on their Snapchat story.
So the phone was taken on like a camera that's not a phone.
Yeah.
Now, how did that get to you guys, and how did that ended up getting to the internet?
So whenever we first realized that Nolan didn't, I'm not going to say he didn't. When we first realized we don't know where Nolan's at, the first thing we were trying to figure out, or his mom was, what was he wearing? And so we were trying to remember what color his shorts were. We couldn't quite figure that out.
I said black.
I think we said black.
I really did. He was wearing navy blue shorts.
Yeah, there was like dark blue shorts.
Dark. I just said black because I was trying to piece everything together and help out.
And so at this point, we're freaking out. We don't know where our friend's at. And the girl that took the picture, she was like, okay, well, I just took this picture of today. This is what color swim trunks he was wearing. and his mom asked for that. To
Hey, y'all, we
post
at
on Facebook
126.
to say, if you seen him,
Let's get
whatever,
200 likes.
this is what he was wearing.
Double tap the screen for me.
And so that's what we sent to her.
We here
So
chilling
that's what
tonight.
she sent to her because we were just trying to help.
We vibing.
You know, we weren't trying to cover up anything. We
I
wanted
see
to know
y'all.
what
I see
Brandon
everybody
was
comments.
just as bad as everybody else does. I mean, that was our boy.
I
We
always
wanna know
see everybody
worse
comments.
than everybody else does. And so that's how that picture came about.
And I want to get to the phone situation of Miss Christine or Miss Wells online, and I've seen it on the news and everything, as if she had to come and hunt you down to get this phone. Now I know, Warren, you weren't at the house, and so you weren't there when they came to get the phone and all
Right.
that. So how did this happen? Because last time we talked, you said you told, and I would call her Miss Christine, you told Christine that you had Nolan's phone. Like, can you explain that to me? Because I'm confused. I don't know what's what. Did you tell her you had the phone? And when did you tell her you had the phone if you did?
Okay, so first we'll start off with, what I have to say, and then Jax. But and if
He
you
go
have something to say,
he go to phone
I
situation,
want to get
gang.
this straight.
Here we
One of
go.
the first things I told Miss Christine Wells in the first phone call
Here we go.
that ever occurred with anything to do with Nolan Wells being gone, because I was the first person to call Miss Christine about anything. First phone call and anything to do with Nolan Wells was me making a phone call to Christine Wells. And one of the first things I said to her, with multiple witnesses here, pull up the phone call if you want. She said, oh, well, Nolan's location is with y'all at, where the house we were at. And I was like, well, no, he left his phone with us. I told her this. She knew for a fact that we had his phone. And she knew that I told her, I said, yeah, he left it on the boat with us. Like, a bunch of people did. And so I want to make that very clear that I told Miss Christine there was no reason to hide anything. There was no issue regarding the cell phone. She could have came and picked it up, but instead she sent one of her friends to come pick it up, and that's where these things start to get twisted.
That sound like the mother didn't trust them from the get go. She sent her friend over there to get the fucking phone. She sent her friend over there to get the phone, gang. That didn't sound like she didn't trust their ass from the get go. If she sent her friend over there, she ain't go get her own son phone. Oh man, this is crazy work. Let's go, gang.
Twisted, but no, there was never an issue with the phone. I told Miss Christine, one of the first things I told her was, we have Nolan's phone, and that's where that ends. There was no issue.
They thought it wasn't an issue, but a mother just felt like, nah, I don't trust these MFers. That's how she felt, gang.
With the phone or the keys, so I wanted to make that clear.
So was the keys on the boat with the phone?
No, the keys were at Jax's house because we all stayed there the night before. I'm sure if I would have left my truck at Jax's house, I would have left my keys there too. Because
One more thing to think about on the phone.
if I don't have my car or my truck,
Hey, salute to everybody in
why
here,
would I
gang.
bring my keys on the boat?
No cap. I see y'all.
There's just no point of
Salute
bringing it,
Desire.
'cause if I lose
Salute
them,
the Grim.
it's
Salute
more
everybody
stuff
in
to
here,
bring
man.
out.
Yeah.
Very excited.
So I want you guys to explain this phone thing. I think Warren already addressed the fact that he told Christine that he had the phone in his possession. So, the whole Life 360 thing is not adding up as far as what you're saying to me compared to what they're saying. Now, how did whoever came and get the phone, how did they get in touch with you guys, and how did they get the phone back?
So I got a call from a kid we went to high school with. He called me just asking me questions. He saw people posting on Snapchat, like the picture that was circulating. And he called and he was asking questions. He was like, where's Nolan? When's the last time y'all seen him? And then he was like, so where are y'all at? And I told him, I said, we're at Jackson's house. And then Warren got on the phone.
So they come to my house.
Wait.
And they kind of
Wait, hold up. What was that just then, gang? Wait. Hey, appreciate that gift, gang. Christine, appreciate that gift, gang. Wait, what was that just then? What was that just then, gang? Wait, pay attention. Why was that? Did this sign rehearse? I'm asking y'all, do this sign rehearse? Why did they cut like that?
If I lose them, then just more stuff to bring down.
Yeah.
Very excited.
So I want you guys to explain this phone thing. I think Warren already addressed the fact that he told Christine that he had the phone in his possession. So, you know, the whole Life 360 thing is not adding up as far as what you're saying to me compared to what they're saying. Now, how did whoever came and get the phone, how did they get in touch with you guys, and how did they get the phone back?
So I got a call from a kid we went to high school with. He called me just asking me questions. He saw people posting on Snapchat, like the picture that was circulating. And he called and he was asking questions. He was like, "Where's Nolan? When's the last time y'all seen him?" And then he was like, "So where are y'all at?" And I told him, I said, "We're at Jackson's house." And then Warren got on the phone, and I don't know.
So they come to my house, right? And they kind of just.
And one guy on the phone, and all right, you next. Remember what we rehearsed, man. Remember? Nah, okay, my bad. I'm just reaching. My fault. I'm
Before we
reaching,
get
guys.
there, was it
My fault.
confrontational or was it just
most
just trying to
definitely.
find?
Most
It was
definitely.
confrontational
Yeah,
already.
wouldn't y'all agree?
Yeah,
He was
like-
110%.
He was
like,
very-
confrontational.
And when did this
Hostile,
happen?
yeah, it was
Was
really
this on the night of the 4th or the next
this
day?
was the night when this was before they came and got the phone.
So this is the night of the 4th, yes.
So you had already spoke to Christine,
Correct.
and then you get a call that was hostile.
Yeah, and then Morgan handed the phone over to me. I was like, "Oh, let me talk to him," because I knew the guy, and I was just like, "Hey, like," he was like, "Where y'all at? Where y'all at?" I was like, "We're at Jackson's house." You know, it's like calm down. And then he hung up on me, and then
Okay, so they come, they pull up to my house, and at this point, I'm kind of freaking out. We're all trying to put our heads together on where Nolan is, and I kind of like isolate myself in my room, just kind of get in a ball and just lose it, kind of basically for a few hours. And they just walk into my house, you know, and I hear all this commotion going on in my living room, and I'm just like, what in the world is going on? So I walk out there, and there's probably like 10, 15 people in my house I don't even know. And they're all up in our faces, going crazy, asking where Nolan is, and we don't know. And finally they get into Wyatt's face, and they're like, "Where's your boat? Where's the boat at?" Demanding his address and stuff like that. And he finally ends up giving it to him. And then let me go ahead and state though, while they're there, we give them the phone. They have the phone at this point. Then they get the address to his house. Then they go to his house. And they're searching all over his boat, what I heard and stuff like that. Well, anyways, I don't really know much about that, but they come back to my house at around 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's his dad this time. And his dad's being really respectable, really, really nice to me and stuff like that. And as long as another friend of theirs, and he's asked me like,
Can we get 200 likes, gang? Everybody double tap the screen, hit the sub button.
You know how hard it is to find a set of keys in a house and you don't even know where to start? It's
We
pretty
got
hard.
like
So I start scrambling around my
5.9
house,
something
looking. There's
subs,
stuff
gang.
everywhere.
We
Keep in
trying to
mind,
get to
all the
like
people stayed the night in my
6K
house
subs.
before. I'm looking through everything.
Everybody
I
hit that
can't find
sub and hit the
keys.
like button.
I run back to his
Donate
father.
to the platform.
Father.
Super
And
chats and
I
gifts
was like,
are
I don't
welcome,
know where
no
the
matter
keys
how
are.
much you're saying.
And the guy standing next to him's texting somebody. I guess I was at my house, and he said that they're on the Xbox. So I run in, I see him on the Xbox, grab him off the Xbox, and I go and hand it to him. It's plain and simple. Didn't even take 30 seconds. No trouble at all. So
this narrative that they're pushing that there was
Appreciate all the new subs.
argument over the phone or the keys is completely false. Like, let's get that clear.
yeah.
Okay.
So they just kind of hang around my house, taking pictures of all the cars' license plate in the driveway, stuff like that. And so
When you say they, how many people are here this time?
like 15.
15 people that you don't know?
They had 4 or 5 vehicles.
I mean, I knew some of them I went to
Hey,
high
appreciate
school
that
with,
gift.
and then some of them I just didn't
Hearts.
know.
Now, walk me through this. How do you think it got to this point so fast? That's one thing that I'm curious about. Like, you
Jumping to conclusion.
I guess so. I mean, we
That's
like.
plain and
Hey,
simple.
appreciate that gift,
Searched
AJ.
Wyatt's boat.
Yeah, they went and searched White's boat.
Like
Like
we
we're
were
hiding
like
them in there or
hiding
something.
Nolan in his boat or something. Like what is wrong with
Yeah,
him? Like
100%.
We called law enforcement. I was with Wyatt at the time. After we left Jackson's house at night, I was with Wyatt, and one
Hey,
person
appreciate
we were
that
with
gift,
saw
Neptune.
that their location was headed towards Wyatt's house, and so Wyatt got on the phone with 911 and was like, "Hey, these people are on the way to my house, or already at my house. My mom and my dad are there alone, and they know nothing about this."
Hey, appreciate that gift,
Wyatt's mom
Long.
actually,
Appreciate that
when they
gift,
were looking at
AJ.
the boat, they were actually walking from the boat, and she came out and started talking to them at that point. But
I appreciate that gift, AJ.
Degree here?
Yes, that's what I'm about to get into. So whenever they were at my house hanging out, just I guess hanging out in my front yard, finally they wouldn't leave, and one of the people there came up and started banging on the door again. For whatever reason, I don't know. My brother actually had to call the cops, and I think they came around 2:00 in the morning.
Somebody else said that.
Removed.
Somebody else had said that. Somebody had said that. No cap. Somebody was saying that guy in the middle, the whole time they think he is the operation of this whole thing. A lot of people sure been saying that. Put a 1 in the chat. Y'all think the dude in the middle is the operation of this whole thing. Or nah, he ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Y'all let me know.
Remove them from our property.
I got to twist up,
And
gang. I got to twist on
after
that. I
that,
got to twist
really
on that. I
haven't
might.
spoken to them since.
I don't want to lose
yeah, we had to
everybody.
call the cops to make them leave.
The cops
One.
came. You told them to
One.
leave.
Yo,
Then,
Massey,
is there
boy.
anything else that you addressed with the cops while they were there?
Yeah, so the cops were asking me why these people are at my
Okay,
house in the
salute
first
everybody in
place,
the building,
and I
man.
told them straight up, we don't know where our friend is at. I don't know where my best friend's at. These people don't know where their friend's at. We're trying to figure it out, and they're basically assuming that we did something to our friend, which we did. And he said okay, just taking notes, and then remove them from there.
Do you think that this had anything to do with race at this point? Meaning that they approached you because of race, or they approached you because you were the last people with Nolan?
So at this point, they just want answers. I don't think this is about
Look
race
at
at this point. They're mad and furious, and they don't know what's going on.
But I also want to get this straight. Like, I know some of these people, and these people are like good people.
Yeah.
And I went to high school with these guys.
Boy,
like,
drinking
they
that
know
water.
me, I know
He
them,
thirsty.
and they know my friends, and they know them. This wasn't about race. They just knew for a fact that no one went on the boat with us. And they were worked up, and that's okay. And they were mad, but that wasn't handling things. That wasn't trying to help. You getting mad isn't helping anything. But instead of solving the problem and trying to figure out, hey, where is Nolan? They were just getting pissed off and not handling things the right way. And I mean, that's what happened.
You guys said you ended up going and looking for Nolan the next morning, but you said you were thinking about doing it that night.
Yes.
And why didn't you?
We had
do it that
147
night?
lights,
we already
gang.
called the
They
Coast
get to
Guard at
200.
this point.
Let's go.
We didn't have access to a boat that was
We just rocking
already
out.
in the water, ready to go, other than one that I'm just not allowed to use at all. And I was still this close to taking it out. I mean, I was right there.
So you guys go the next morning. You look for Nolan. Can you explain how did that happen? Who was looking for Nolan? Who was on the boat? Was it multiple boats? Was it
Multiple
one boat?
boats.
Okay, can you explain that? Who was out of this group? Who was on what boat, or who was on a boat or not, going out and looking for Nolan?
So, me, Wyatt, and Trayson got in the boat. We got in the Palm Beach that morning, the morning after, and we rode out to the islands, and we were met by a DMR. There was seven DMR boats already out there, DMR and park rangers. We talked to them. We gave them all of our information. They personally asked if any of us were on the boat with him that day. We told them yes. They just
Hold up, wait.
I mean, we
Wait,
got the area.
why in the hell old boy looking at him in the middle like that? Now we see old boy looking, but this joker here in the middle, boy, you better not stumble, trip, fumble, tumble, or nothing across nothing you say, because you notice he don't really talk like he talk, but he don't talk like these two. These two talk, but this person here, he don't talk. He don't really talk like they do. He talk though. That's crazy work. Get the lights up, gang. Let's get to a 200 lights, gang. I gotta twist one up right quick. I gotta twist one up. Let me twist one up right quick, gang. I know a lot of y'all probably leave off of y'all state, but I gotta twist one up. Ain't gonna be real fast. I'm gonna twist one up right quick. Hold up, gang. Commercial break. We back, gang. My fault. We back. We back. We back. We back with it. We back with it, gang. We back with it. I know a lot of people probably don't know if I know how it go. I'm finna twist me one up. Oh, TIP. We smashing the code. We there. So, all right, hold on, gang. Wait. Let me twist one up right quick. Let me twist me one up real quick. Ain't even gonna take me long. Hold on right quick. Hold up. Wait. Wait real quick. Wait real quick. We'll play some more. We'll play. We'll go back just a little bit while we twist up. Let's go. While we twist up, we'll go back just a little bit.
Of all the car's license plate in the driveway, stuff like that. And so,
You say they? How many people are here this time?
like 15.
15 people that you don't know.
They had 4 or 5 vehicles. I mean, I knew some of them I went to high school with, and then some of them I just didn't know.
Now, walk me through this. How do you think it got to this point so fast? That's one thing that I'm curious about. Like, you
jumping to conclusion.
I guess so. I mean,
That's plain and simple.
They went and searched Wyatt's boat.
Yeah, they went and searched Wyatt's boat.
Like
we're
hiding Nolan in his boat or something. What is wrong with him?
Yeah, 100%.
We called law enforcement. I was with Wyatt at the time. After we left Jax's house that night, I was with Wyatt, and we one of the one person we were with saw that their location was actually headed towards Wyatt's house. And so Wyatt got on the phone with 911 and was like, "Hey,
We
these
still in
people
here, gang.
are on the way to my house or already at my house.
165 on me. We coming deep.
My mom and my dad are there
Especially if you
alone,
allowed someone.
and they know nothing about this."
I'm coming, gang.
But Wyatt's mom actually, when they were looking at the boat, they were actually walking.
Y'all
from
should
the
be
boat,
twisting up
and
now,
she
too.
came out and started talking to them at that point.
If not, pouring up. If not, if you don't, we'll get you a soda or water.
Yes, that's what I'm about to get
or
into.
dinner.
So whenever they were at my house hanging out, just I guess hanging out in my front yard, finally they wouldn't leave.
A lot of y'all like the
And
yurts.
one of the
I don't
people
do the
there
yurt
started banging
jigs.
on
I
the
used to
door
do the
again.
jigs. I don't do the yurts.
For whatever reason, I don't
or
know.
the jigs no more.
My brother actually had to call the cops.
I don't
And
do yurts
I
or
think they came
jigs.
around 2 o'clock in the morning and
Let's go.
removed them from our property. And after that, really haven't spoken to them since. But yeah, we had to call the cops to make them leave.
The cops came, you told them to leave, and then is there anything else that you addressed with the cops while they were there?
Yeah, so the cops were asking me why these people are at my house in the first place, and I told them straight up, we don't know where our friend is at. I don't know where my best friend's at. These people don't know where their friend's at. We're trying to figure it out, and
We
they're
in here late night vibing.
assuming that we did something
We in here late
to our
night
friend,
vibing.
which we did. And he said okay, just taking notes, and then remove them from there.
Do you think that this had anything to do with race at this point? Meaning that they approached you because of race, or they approached you because you were the last people with
No. So at this point, they just want answers. I don't think this was about race. At this point, they're mad and furious, and they don't know what's going on.
But I also want to get this straight. Like, I know some of these people, and these people are like good people.
Yeah.
And I went to high school with these guys. Like, they know me, and I know them, and they know my friends, and they know them. This wasn't about race. They just knew for a fact that Nolan went on the boat with us. And they were just,
y'all
they
got
were
that bit
worked
twisted
That's
up.
okay. And they were mad. But that wasn't handling things. That wasn't trying to help. You getting mad isn't
Jaden.
helping anything. But instead of solving the problem and trying to
Wait, gang.
figure out, hey, where is Nolan?
I just
They were
twisted a
getting
bit up. We
pissed
finna get back to
off
it.
and not handling things.
Hey,
that
get me
way.
200 likes, gang. We
I
at
think that's what
154.
You guys said you ended up going and looking for Nolan the next morning, but you said you were thinking about doing it that night.
Yes.
And why didn't you do it that night?
So we already called the Coast Guard at this point. We didn't have access to a boat that was already in the water ready to go, other than one that I'm just not allowed to use at all. And I was still this close to taking it out. I mean, I was right there.
So you guys go the next morning, you look for Nolan. Can you explain how did that happen? Who was looking for Nolan? Who was on the boat? Was it multiple boats?
Multiple boats.
Okay, can you explain that? Who was out of this group? Who was on what boat, or who was on a boat or not, going out looking for Nolan?
So me, Wyatt, and Trayson got in the boat. We got in the Palm Beach that morning, the morning after, and we rode out to the islands, and we were met by a DMR. It was 7 DMR boats already out there, DMR and park rangers. We talked to them. We gave them all of our information. They personally asked if any of us were on the boat with him that day. We told them yes. They just said, all right, well, I mean, we got the area scoped out. And then after that, we just went up to the beach. I think we met up with y'all in the water.
I took my boat out with Jax.
Yeah.
A couple friends of mine, and then my mom and my
All right, we in the
stepdad.
building, gang. We back.
They were out there too with you.
Correct. And I just met Morgan and
We back, gang. My
Tracy
fault.
and his girlfriend out there.
I had
We
to
actually, when I rolled up,
twist one up. I hope y'all got y'all Reggie twist up.
everybody was with him, and I was like, well, y'all can run around, or we all planned this out. Like, Morgan was gonna run around the south side, while we covered the north side.
Put a 1 in the chat if you're still rocking with Savage. Let me know.
Cover as
Let me
much
see
ground
who's
as
still
possible.
rocking with me. Let me know where y'all from too.
I mean, there were so many
Drop where y'all from.
boats and helicopters and drones and everything else out there. I don't really know what 18 and a 25-foot bay boat is really going to do. So, I mean, we sat out there, we went for a couple hours, and we looked around and we searched, but we also
All right.
don't fit the requirement that
Here we go.
DMR has, and the tools that DMR and United Cajun Navy and all these
St. Louis, New York,
departments
baby.
have to
Shout out
look
to
for
New York.
somebody. Like,
I'm
we
from New
didn't
York.
that much of a help out. But
Hold
yes,
up.
of course.
I'm from New York. New York. Good morning from St. Louis. Shout out to St. Louis. Damn, what time is it? Oh, it's 12:58 right here. I'm right here in Georgia with it. Shout out to Baltimore. Shout out to Baltimore. Shout out to Baltimore, man. Shout out to St. Louis. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in there bit. We in
Of
there
course,
bit.
we went out there and looked for our friend. That's not a question.
Who else in the friend group
Hey, shout out to
was out
Florida.
there? Did you see
Is that
Nolan's
Florida?
family? Did
Shout
you
out to
see
Florida.
some of the other kids that showed up at your house? You see anybody else out there?
We did see a couple other. We
Shout
met
out
up
to VA.
with a coach that was previously Nolan's high school coach. We met up with him.
Shout out to CA.
They said that they had previously already been on the island. They walked a good bit down the
Shake the
island
Billy going
both
again.
ways, and they were just driving around the island like we were doing. And we eventually got off the island. We got on this rip current. It was going
Thailand.
west,
Shout out to Thailand.
out towards Ship Island, and then back towards Biloxi. And we drove that for a couple miles. People were also looking on that too. There was multiple boats out there not associated with DMR, with binoculars. There was people fishing the rip, and we asked them, they rode it all the way from Ocean Springs all the way out to Horn Island, and we were like, did you see anything, blah, blah, blah. Because, I mean, if a person is floating in the water, treading water, they are going to be most likely in the rip. And that all comes into play with the washing machine. I mean, you got Horn
Explain
Island.
the washing machine for me.
Horn Island and Ship Island, I mean, they come like this, and then there's no island right here, so it just tons of water flows through, the tide goes out. I mean, sometimes it gets pretty gnarly in there, and it creates this big old pool, basically.
Yeah.
And
I'm finna get ready to spark up,
if
gang.
someone was floating, treading
Light that
water
trash up.
out in the water, that's where they would be. They could be hung up, or they could grab onto a log and float with a piece of driftwood or something, or they could find a channel marker or a buoy and grab onto that. So, I mean, there was just main keys that you search for, when you're trying to search for a missing person that has to do with water. And, I mean, it's either the island, the buoys, or the rip. And then
Lead
after that,
shaking?
there's not really anything else you can
How
do.
many noticed the old boy in the middle right here the whole time? Leg been shaking the whole time. I ain't saying that I'm on nobody's side, but I'm just saying I didn't know different signs doing this interview, like y'all have. Let's go though, gang.
Seriously.
And when did you guys communicate with
And
law
I ain't
enforcement?
saying they did nothing to Nolan Wells. I'm not here to put a case. And let me clear that up too. I'm not here to put a case on them boys at all. Whatever they did, I promise you, they gonna pay for it if they did something. If they didn't do nothing, gang, what can we do if they didn't? What if we actually find out they don't know what happened to Nolan Wells, gang? I'm not just the friends. I'm just saying everybody. What if we find out? What everybody gonna say then? I'm just asking, gang. But let's go. Let's get back to it.
Because the internet, I think, has this false information that you guys never contacted authorities, and that Warren actually talked to me, or you guys talked to me first before you engaged. So when did you guys actually talk to law enforcement and give your statements to them?
So as soon as we got off the water from searching for Nolan,
Which is on the day, the 5th?
yeah, the 5th. As soon as we got off the water, I got a phone call. And I believe he got a phone call too.
Yeah,
I got a phone call while we were out there.
I got a phone call as well.
So basically what it was saying was, hey, take a few questions over the phone, answer the questions, and then they had a date for us to come in for actual questioning.
Okay.
And mine was the 6th. There was the next day or something like that, I think theirs was 2.
I believe
No,
mine
mine-
was 7. I would like to say, but not for sure. But
Mine was around
Regardless, like we all
7.
cooperated fully. It's not like we had something.
Yeah,
like,
full cooperation from the start.
Yeah,
Really.
100%.
And how deep did they go in this interview with you guys?
oh, they asked.
all the way. I mean, they asked
I mean,
How long was the interview? Like, was it a
an
long
hour, over an
interview?
hour.
Hour and a half. I dotted every I, crossed every T.
Yeah.
I told my friends, like, listen, go in there and like say every detail, like even what you like ate for breakfast that morning. It doesn't matter. Everything.
And I'm gonna ask this.
because like
I'm gonna ask this gang. We all saw Warren in the first interview. Why did he lose so much weight like that? I'm just asking y'all. Ain't like I'm telling y'all nothing to say or think. I'm just asking y'all questions. We saw him in the first interview. This is the last interview they did. Why has he lost so much weight like that? But let's go though. Get the lights up.
anything.
Let's
to
get
help
200
him,
lights,
never
gang. We at
know.
157.
It's what we all did. Like
Yeah.
we all cooperated. We all wanted to help.
We still got more
We
news to
all
get into.
Did everything that we could to help. Like regarding this situation. It's not like we just like. blindsided this.
I could
like,
say personally, I started my story from the night before.
yeah, I started.
Whenever I got off work on Friday.
I started my story from last 5th of July. Like, she was like, all right, take me back to day 1. And I was like, all right, I mean, we've been talking about this since the 5th of July last year. Like what we're going to do, like how we're going to make this better, how are we going to make this funner, like.
As far as the investigation is concerned, did you guys give your phones over to investigators?
Yes, we gave our phones over free willingly. It was our choice just to give our phones over, let them look through them, whatever they wanted to do, and got them
Because
back.
we have nothing to hide. We wanted to be fully transparent with, the sheriff's department, everybody else including the FBI, and anything to do with justice. We wanted to help out, and that's what we did. We gave our phones up, and like Jack stated, we literally have nothing to hide. So.
Yeah. And everybody gave their phones up.
Correct.
Yep.
To be forensically evaluated by the FBI?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so while on the topic of phones, did you guys have any access to Nolan's phone? Did you delete anything on Nolan's phone? What's your thoughts on Miss Christine saying things may have been deleted?
My thought is that's a blatant lie. I know for a fact that this is the thing. We have no reason to get on Nolan's phone. I have no reason to get on any of my friends' phones. If I had a reason to get on Nolan's phone, I wouldn't be able to get on it because I don't know Nolan's password. I don't know any of my friends' passwords. If I hacked my phone right now, he wouldn't be able to get on my phone. I have nothing.
I'd have him permanently locked out of that thing.
Correct.
Right?
I have no idea how to get on Nolan's phone to delete anything. But in the first place, we have nothing to delete on Nolan's phone. Like, I don't know what because Nolan didn't take Snapchats that day. That means
Okay.
things were deleted.
You hear what they say? They say they ain't got nothing to delete on Nolan's phone. That's what they say.
No,
Living in the moment.
we were just living in the moment, like every guy on the planet Earth does. I mean, like I'm not sitting here filming my whole day, and I get Nolan. Yeah, took a lot of pictures, but just because Nolan didn't take any pictures from July 3rd to July 4th doesn't mean we deleted something. No, Nolan just didn't take any pictures, and that's perfectly fine. I have one video in my camera roll saved from the 4th of July.
So last question, is there anything you guys want to say to the audience regarding this interview that wasn't covered or something you just want to get off your chest?
I mean, Nolan was like a brother to all of us. I mean, we loved him dearly.
Yeah, Nolan was like a brother to us, and I can say without a doubt, nobody wants to know.
Wait. What was that? What was that just then, gang? What was that? Let watch both of their faces just then. What was that? I'm just asking y'all. What was that? Ain't what I'm thinking. It's like what a lot of people would say or would think. But what was that? Let's go. Let's go back to it.
In the first place, we have nothing to delete on Nolan's phone. Like, I don't know because Nolan didn't take Snapchats that day. That means things were deleted.
He was just
No,
living in the moment.
we were just living in the moment, like every guy on the planet Earth does. I mean, like I'm not sitting here filming my whole day, and I get Nolan. Yeah, took a lot of pictures, but just because Nolan didn't take any pictures.
So that means everybody was turned up, living in the moment. That means everybody was lit. That tells me Put a 1 in the chat if that tell you everybody on the boat was lit. Or put it in 2 that Savage is reaching. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know, gang. We here to talk about it late night. We just chilling. We chilling late night. I'm just saying, gang. Living in the moment, boy. Y'all were lit. I remember them days. Shh. Man, I was on jigs. I'm talking about brews, cruise. I'm talking about brews, cruise, jigs, trees. I'm talking about going hard. I'm talking about, nigga, I'm talking about partying. I don't even live in the moment no more. I'm just being honest. I don't even live in the moment no more. I'm being honest. I don't do it. Because I know that life there lead down either jail or unalive, gone. Because y'all gotta understand, gang, when you live in a certain type of style, a lifestyle, they say the wages of sin is death. So can we break that down? The wages of sin is death. You keep on living your life any kind of way and reckless, you're gonna die. I mean, unalive. You're not gonna be here anymore. I'm talking about a skit, YouTube. I wasn't talking about the word physically. I'm talking about a skit. But yeah, you live your life any type of. I'm talking about. I ain't saying any type of way. I'm saying if you live your life without a care and don't. Hold on.
July 3rd to July 4th doesn't mean we deleted something. No, Nolan just didn't take any pictures, and that's perfectly fine. I have one video in my camera roll saved from the 4th of July.
So last question, is there anything you guys want to say to the audience regarding this interview that wasn't covered, or something you just want to get off your chest?
I mean, Nolan was like a brother to all of us. I mean, we loved him dearly. Yeah, Nolan was like a brother to us, and I can say without a doubt, nobody wants to know what happened to him more than we do. I mean, we want to know what happened to our best friend more than anybody, and I promise you that.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who's like sat here and supported us through this horrible moment. I mean, we're still teenagers at the end of the day, and for the internet to come and people to come and accuse you of killing your best friend, it's a horrible thing. And I know no one wouldn't want this.
Oh, no.
And it's terrible that it's come to this. It's terrible that it's come to a race battle. But I want everybody to know how much we appreciate the support, and that my friends and I literally sit there and pray for everybody who's sitting here and sending this hate on everybody. Like, my friends are really upset about this, and so am I. That like this has turned into this huge thing. So, I just want people to know that, we're praying for people. Our faith with the Lord's strong, and we're gonna make it through this regardless of what people say about us.
Yeah, I just want to say one more thing. Nolan is turning in his grave right now. This is the last thing he would ever want his friends to be going through.
Yeah.
Like the absolute last. Like, this is, he would not want any of this. He wouldn't want this publicity. The fact that we couldn't even go to our best friend's funeral because, one, we didn't want to take the attention away from him. I mean, that was his day. We didn't want to do that. And the fact that we couldn't even go to our best friend's funeral is horrible. That's something we got to live with.
Rest of our lives. So when you say you couldn't go, can you explain that a little more? What were you told that you couldn't go, or was it something that you derived from the feedback that you've been getting from the family? What made you ultimately make the decision not to go to the funeral?
So it was a little bit of both. It was one. Well, at first we had our heads down. We're like, all right, we're gonna go. We want to go. This is the last time we ever get to see our best friend. We're gonna go. And then as soon as we made up our minds with that, everybody was like, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you are not. You are gonna either get jumped, hurt, something bad's gonna happen to you. You go to that funeral. And then on top of that, they point out another fact that we're going to take the attention away from him, and that's the last thing we want to do.
Yeah, 100%. Like they both said, like Nolan's like a brother to us, and now
me and all my friends have to live with. Imagine you were 19 years old and your best friend just died, and now the whole internet's accusing you of killing him. And on top of that, you can't go to his funeral and say your last goodbyes to one of your best friends. Because regardless, Morgan and Jax feel the same way, and so does Wyatt, everybody else. I can speak on their behalf about this. Regardless about what the internet says about our relationships with Nolan, we know from the bottom of our heart who Nolan was to us and who we were to Nolan. And at the end of the day, I can say this confidently. We were Nolan's closest friends, and we were Nolan's best friends. And this isn't a competition. I know a bunch of guys that were best friends with Nolan too, like Javon and him. Javon and Nolan were like brothers too. But this isn't to take attention away from them. But this was a brotherhood. Like this was my brother. And for
How
someone to
many
take
people
away
think this is
their
Nolan
take away
friends?
or
How many
privileges.
people think these boys were Nolan friends, gang? Y'all put me in the chat. Put it in the chat right now. Was these Nolan friends? Put in the chat for me real quick. I need to know real quick. Was these Nolan friends or what? I'm just asking y'all. It ain't like y'all. It ain't my feelings. I'm asking y'all how y'all feel about the whole situation. I open my platform up. I listen. I'm always watching my chat. I read every message. I think Savage don't see every message. I'm trying to stop reading every message out loud. I'm sitting here reading every message right now, and I'm seeing y'all talking and typing. That's what the internet is about. Talking and typing. So I see y'all talking and typing in the chat right now. I've been seeing y'all talking and typing. I've been paying attention to comments now. I've been paying attention. I'm paying attention. I see some of y'all in here. Okay. I see some of y'all ain't saying, oh, wait, some ain't right. Some of y'all saying some ain't right, and some of y'all saying it happened like it happened. Feel the injury out those kids. Oh yeah, I'm reading everything. Nolan thought they were his friends. Clearly they are not. So okay, so old girl said, no, they ain't his damn friends. What the hell y'all talking about? The mistake is that Nolan thought they were his friends. Man, this is crazy word. Hit that like and sub button, gang. Listen, gang. Y'all hit that like and sub button. We finna get into some more content. They get into some more. I tell you, it's sad tonight, gang. I ain't got to work tomorrow. We in here late night. I usually can't do this. I mean, y'all know I scream every day, but I'm just saying. Y'all know I usually have to get up off here, but man, we almost finna hit 3 hours. Shit, man, let's get into some more content. We in here. It's Savage. Y'all hit the super chat. Dang, y'all must ain't got no bread, gang. God dang, just tell me, say, when I tell y'all donate, say, well, Savage, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't got no bread. I feel better if you say you ain't got nothing. I'm trying to get me a pair of Bobos. Bobos, they cost $1.99. Bobos, they make your feet feel fine. Bobo, I'm trying to get me a pair of fucking Bobos. And that fucked up. I can't even get a pair of Bobos and they cost $1.99. And they make your feet fucking feel fine. We in here tonight. It's Saturday night. Hey, appreciate that gift, Gregory. Yeah, we in here tonight, man. We ain't playing with them tonight. I'm for real. We ain't playing with them. I'm being honest with y'all, man. Shout out to Carmelo. Listen, what we talked about tonight. We talked about Karmelo Anthony denied a retrial, crazy work. We talked about they passed when they brought up. Listen, I ain't gonna count. If they would have brought up that goddamn Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf pass, that would have been crazy work. That would have been crazy work. I ain't gonna count. They'd have brought that up in court. Oh, that would have been crazy work. I ain't gonna cap to you. And Nolan Wells case, man, bro. This is some crazy stuff. Everybody's saying this, everybody's saying that, everybody feel like this, and everybody feeling like that with this Nolan Wells case. And some people feel like something ain't right. Some people feel justice was served. Everybody feel like, well, some people feel like, you know what? Nolan probably drowned and y'all tripping. Everybody got different beliefs on what happened to Nolan Wells. And we still don't know what happened under the tent with Carmelo Anthony and the Austin Metcalf brothers. Because y'all got to understand, gang, with Carmelo Anthony's situation, right? This is just Savage speaking. I know y'all don't see, I speak, but I don't speak, but I speak when I do speak. Listen, gang, with the Carmelo Anthony situation, right? The video they put through I'm talking about the first time, I'm talking about the first video they put out when they walked through the entrance. That was so clear, you could see everybody, it was clear. But when Carmelo Anthony had the situation going on with Austin Metcalf and his brother, we don't really see nothing but pushing and shoving, and then Carmelo Anthony run from the tent. They said Carmelo Anthony had a track meet that day, but he didn't run. Bullshit, because all you see was pushing and shoving, and Carmelo Anthony run right from under the tent. That boy ran that fucking day. After that, that's all we can. That's all my eyes can see in the Carmelo Anthony video. I'm just being honest with y'all, gang. I gotta be honest with y'all. That's what I saw with my eyes. Maybe y'all saw. No, Savage, you cap. I saw something else. Let me know in the chat if y'all saw something else. Maybe y'all saw something else, but I ain't see. I couldn't really see if he got jumped or not. All that then I heard and saw on the video after the fact. He said, I told him not to put his hands on me. I told him not to put his hands on me. He didn't say I told them not to put his hands on me. So I don't know, gang. Like maybe I'm tripping, but I ain't gonna cap. When something happen like that, unalive somebody, you let the police know off rip. Man, all them niggas tried to jump me. All of them tried to jump me. All of them. All of them tried to jump me, and I had to do what I had to do. Then guess what? What Eddie at? We asked what Eddie, is you okay? Our Michael Jackson type shit. We say, Eddie, are you okay? We asked Eddie, do he know anything? Eddie don't know nothing. Eddie invited Carmelo Anthony to the tent. What the hell is going on? Come on, gang. What are we doing? What are we doing here tonight? If we sit here twirling our damn thumbs, or we thinking what the hell going on now? Nolan Wells, we still don't fucking know nothing. No, everything that been going on, do we know the real truth what happened to Nolan Wells? Everything that everybody been putting out, fuck all that. Everything that everybody been putting out, do we know what happened to Nolan Wells for real, for real? Can nobody put it in the chat for real, what happened to Nolan Wells? What happened to Nolan Wells? What happened to Austin Metcalf? Put it in the chat for real facts. I'm talking about facts that we can prove tomorrow if we go to court. If we go to court tomorrow with Nolan Wells or Carmelo Anthony, what can we prove in court that both parties was guilty of their crime or innocent? I'm sick of the fucking bullshit. I'm sick of the bullshit. I'm sick of it. We everybody speculate. This happened, that happened, this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened. Everybody turning tricks, turning their ass over, bending over. Shut the hell up and think. And quit going off of what somebody else saying and use your fucking brain for yourself.
Is to go to his funeral because they think this was a racial thing is absolutely horrible. And like we all feel that way. Like it's sick. Like seriously, it's absolutely sick.
Thank you guys for coming on the interview. I think it's very courageous and brave. I know that you guys know this, that people are going to say things about you, lie on you, even after listening to what you have said on this interview, even the truth that you've displayed on this interview, even with the other interview we did, that there's going to be lawsuits for defamation. People are still going to lie. But I want to say, after getting a chance to meet you guys, that I'm very proud of you guys for telling your side.
Appreciate it.
It's not easy. And I hope that the world could at least give you a chance by hearing what you have to say. And the truth is going to come out, right? It's going to bear witness if you guys are being honest or not at the end of the day. But I applaud you for taking a step at such a young age to come out and at least, tell your side. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
All right, y'all, that concludes all of our...
The boy told their side. Did anybody tell a cap? Was anybody capping? Did anybody have cap in their rap? I need to know that. Did anybody have cap in their rap through the interview? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat, gang. Did anybody have cap in their rap? Oh, we ain't done. It's 1:23 a.m. Man, we still in that bit. It's savage, man. Hey, listen, one thing about me, nigga, we got content on content. Nigga, I have content. I'm 31 now. I have content until I'm 100 years old. Yeah. Yeah, I forever have content till I'm like 100. Yeah, you see how I spoke that? You see how I spoke that? With this Nolan Wells and Carmelo Anthony situation, crazy situations, and it got everybody going head to head, but that's on y'all if you're scared. Yeah. A lot of y'all just going on too. I've been noticing too. I've been sitting back watching a lot of y'all. Y'all sitting here, a lot of y'all just sitting here going along with the flow too. Y'all ain't using y'all fucking brain. Y'all ain't. Y'all ain't using y'all brain on this. Y'all going along, oh, such and such said this, y'all. Listen. Such and such. Yeah, I think this true here, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Yeah. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, I'm telling you that happened. Yeah, that happened. No real facts. No real results. Nothing. And I'm seriously thinking everybody a fucking real bird box. I ain't saying y'all. I ain't saying y'all. I ain't saying y'all. Uh, um, um, um. Let 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 watch this right here. Let watch this right here. Man, I got so much shit I can damn shit. I can what?
Exact same reason that Stephen A. Smith is welcome at ESPN and Ryan Clark are not. Is not. Anybody who says or asks questions, you talking about a state that got mad because niggas tried to read. And now the new extrapolation of that, the new extension of that is people having internet. So what is it? Why would I trust you? I don't know what happened, but I do know this. Maybe the hang up for me is that they keep bantering, throwing around this word friends. We were his friends. We were his best friends. Who was it? This young man this young man right here.
If Nolan could dig himself out of his grave right now, he would. No doubt. Nolan would be livid is an understatement. Nolan would never want anything pursued this way at all. I think he would be really upset with his parents about how they went about the situation. I think he generally would. I don't think
Who
he
think?
wouldn't support it.
Wait.
I know that for.
Who in the hell think Nolan would be against his parents? What they doing now? Wait, did y'all hear what he said? He said Nolan would be against his parents of what they doing now. Not trying to find out what the fuck happened to they son. Wait. That's crazy word. Let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. Cause you know what? Maybe I'm tripping. I might be tripping. I told y'all we in here tonight. We had 168 likes. I told y'all we was in here tonight, gang. What are gifts? What are super chats? Can I get the 200 likes? And we had 142 gifts? Can we get some more super chat? Can we get some more gifts in here, gang? If y'all don't mind, I know y'all got paid yesterday, this week, anytime, because guess what? God gonna provide on time. So guess what? At the same time y'all provide to me, it's coming back to you. I ain't trying to just tell y'all that to make y'all donate, but at the same time, if y'all donate, the Lord gonna give it back. So I appreciate that. Let's go.
For me, is that they keep bantering, throwing around this word friends. We were his friends. We were his best friends. Who was it? This young man this young man right here.
If Nolan could dig himself out of his grave right now, he would. No doubt. Nolan would be livid is an understatement. Nolan would never want anything pursued this way at all. I think he would be really upset with his parents about how they went about the situation. I think he generally would. I don't think he wouldn't support it. I know that for 110%. I know he wouldn't support any of it.
Best friends? Like I was told the story on the radio earlier this week. I had a best friend, a good friend of mine named Kevin. And Kevin and I were best friends. We would get into it all the time. 16 years old, he had a great job, moved in with his girl.
No, you good, Sister
had a
Bland.
kid by somebody else that was all.
No, you good. I was just saying, I'm just throwing it, just throwing it out there. If y'all want to, I ain't demanding nobody to do nothing. They can if they can. If they can't, they can't. If they won't, they won't. Huh? If you don't, you don't. It's savage, huh? Cause I stay blowing the phone. Let's go.
One day Kevin asked me to get his back with him, and normally I would, but this time I got so mad at him and told the girl alone. We still had a fight, an argument ensued. I'm like, fuck you, go. And Kevin got killed. And I was so hurt by that. And a lot of people in the neighborhood, I remember, I told the story on the radio, a dude named Roger said, you let that boy to drown by himself. My mother didn't want me to go to the funeral because she thought that the people were they were so mad at me. She thought they were going to harm me. He was my friend, and I had to say, because if that's your friend, that's the last time you're ever going to see him again, ever. Ever. But these young people throw friend around. When you are grown and you understand what the value of a friend, you understand if you have 5 good friends, you have been blessed. And I had to go say goodbye. The fact that you weren't compelled to say goodbye to somebody, the fact that you didn't have any grief or lament, the fact that you couldn't even access and try to ascertain what part you could have played in it, lets me know I'm not saying they're guilty, but wasn't one fucking friend in the bunch. Not one of them a friend. They can say acquaintances. They can say I was cool with. They can say teammates. You can't tell me a friend.
Everybody's saying
call
that.
yourself a friend.
Everybody's saying right now that they want Nolan friends. Hey, appreciate that, AJ, for that gift. Everybody's saying now they want Nolan friends. Get the likes up, gang. We at 169 likes. We at $2 super chats, and we only at 143 gifts. Can we get the gifts up? Super chat, likes, views, everything, shares, everything. We here tonight, late night vibing. We've been here 3 hours and 8 minutes. No cap. We vibing out. Let's go. Y'all show Savage some love, gang.
Now it's such a cliche word. You did BFF, my best friend
Show
for
me
life.
some love, gang.
And they even connect the names, Benifer and all that kind of. When you got a friend, it ain't shit you won't do for them. True. I'm talking about a friend. A friend. And not one of them has done anything. I think the problem we're having is that Mississippi is Mississippian, and they're mismonitoring friends. None of them have acted friendly. None of them have done the things that we associate with friendship.
Right. They held on to the phone.
Right.
I think they're being advised or just told you can't be there, except when Officer Tatum comes through. They've been welcomed to an interview.
I would say this: when you hear, they have a scrubbed audio, right? So this is a scrubbed audio.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can you all please come? We have a membership. Shut the fuck up!
Okay.
They're threatening the woman who scrubbed the audio.
I heard shut up. Damn it, Bart. That's what I heard just then. I heard shut the F up, and I heard damn it, Bart. No cap. I did hear that. Let's go though, gang.
Why is it that black women and black men
We
are the
like
ones who are moving this case? Why is it that it was his mother that had to find his phone and his keys? Why is it that it was a black woman who worked in the audio industry that had to scrub the audio? Why is it that Ben and Al had to show up there? I'll tell you this: Nancy Grace is there. Nancy Grace has tried 100 felony trials, and she thinks something's suspicious because it is.
Why would you think something was suspicious when you have an independent autopsy and yet you don't get the throat and you don't get the lungs?
The lungs. Here's how I know something happened. Because the easiest thing to do if they have the lungs would be to know if there were water in them. Then they could say he drowned. Now, all the other places we get into, at least you would know he drowned. We're not even getting that. Right. And one thing, if you're gonna lie now, you can't let black people watch TV now, because now we don't all watch it.
Forensic Files,
episode 302.
Yes, Law and Order. We know all of it.
Fluid in his lungs.
Yes. I know about the mitochondrial DNA, nigga. But just in everyday parlance, people are aware of these things where they wouldn't have been before. Why are you holding on to the key? We can tell if something happened to his throat. We can tell if something happened to his skull. We can tell if there are hemorrhages in his eyes. We can tell if he got lungs. Why is it that you're holding on to things that really get to the heart of what happened to this young man?
And I also think the biggest question is, why have investigators not pulled these kids together and spoken to them? That's what I don't understand. You have the audio, like you said, the scrubbed audio, where they called in to say that they were sinking, but you can clearly hear that their friend is in distress in the back, but they never mentioned it to the operator.
And you know what they never did? They never challenged that was the case. What they did was, they started threatening the girl and pulling up her criminal history. Nothing. Mississippi is Mississippi. Right. And the thing... Everything is going the way it usually does. They say now black people are more diligent. The first thing they said was, what about all the black people that killed black people in Chicago? That's the first thing they say. A lot of them go to jail. A lot of them go like they instantly try to devalue our lives, so we'll go, oh, it's okay now. What it is all of us have children. A lot of us have children, and to have a child come up lost with no answers is a pain that no one should have to go through. And as a matter of practice, this state and other states in America have a tendency to do it by rote. And this time, no. This time, no. Remember that if you are going to be at the City Winery in New York, I will be there at the City Winery. I'll be there. I'll be there August 7th through 9th. August 14th through the 16th, I'll be at the Ontario Improv, and the 27th. Then he found his way into police work. Right now, he's out of that. Now he's always looking for the same adulation and same cheers he used to get on the football field. And usually them came from white coaches. So he's only doing what he's been trying.